A Girl Under the Influence of Love. By Ashenafi. EXT Airplane, Day. We see an airplane flying in the air. Int. Airplane, Day. A beautiful girl Jennifer, 22 sit next to the window, reading Tropic of Cancer, a novel by Henry Miller. A young man is sitting next to her. He is looking at a fashion magazine, Vanity Fair. The young man takes a glance at her. Jennifer catches his eyes. He gives her a soft smile. She returns his smiles politely, and turns her attention back to the book. The young man continues to look at the pictures on the magazine in between, checking Jennifer out without being too obvious. Jennifer senses he is watching her, but ignores him, and focuses on the book. Then, the stewardess comes up to them with drinks. Stewardess, drink. Young man, do you have anything that's strong? Stewardess, we only have soft drink and juice. Young man, you don't serve alcohols in the plane, do you? Stewardess, no we don't. Young man, okay, just give me apple juice. The stewardess pours apple juice in the glass and gives him the drink. The young man takes the drink, has a quick sip, and places it on the airplane seat's table. At the same time, the stewardess looks at Jennifer. Stewardess, to Jennifer, can I get you anything? Jennifer, I'll have Diet Coke. The stewardess pours Diet Coke in the glass and hands her. Jennifer takes the drink. Jennifer, thanks. Jennifer places the drink on her table. The stewardess walks away. Jennifer has a sip and goes back to reading. The young man has another sip from his apple juice, and looks at her. Young man, I am sorry for interrupting you, but do you mind asking what you're reading? Jennifer shows him the cover, Tropic of Cancer. Young man, Tropic of Cancer. What's it about? Jennifer, it's an erotic tale of Henry Miller, the author, who is working on his latest novel while simultaneously balancing his relationships with the many passionate Parisian women he meets and some explicit sexual encounters. The young man is taken by the respond. Young man, that's interesting. I think I heard of it, but I've never gotten the chance to read it. There is a silent moment. Jennifer says nothing. In fact, she ignores him and continues to read. The young man looks kind of lost, in between feeling seemingly a little bit embarrassed and admiring her sense of sexuality. He collects his composure. Young man, by the way, I am Ben. Ben gives her his hand to shake. She takes his hand, greeting. Jennifer, Jennifer. Ben, nice to meet you. Jennifer, likewise. She goes back to reading. He then. Ben, so, Jennifer. She turns her eyes and looks at him. You're heading to Rome, is it for business or pleasure? Jennifer, for study. Ben, what do you study? Jennifer, I haven't figured it out yet. Jennifer, who does her best to be nice, goes back to reading. Ben, softly to himself, you haven't figured it out yet. There is a pause. Ben, a wise man once said, the quality of an individual is reflected in the standard they set for themselves. There is nothing to figure out. Life will figure you out and prepare you for what is coming the minute you make up your mind whether you want to be good or bad. But whatever you do, don't let anything come between your fear and desire, except your heart. Jennifer beams with soft, beautiful smile, grabs her Coke, takes a sip, and puts it back. Jennifer, thanks for the advice. Ben, you welcome. Jennifer resumes reading. On the soundtrack, Italian music plays melodiously. EXT Airplane, flying, day. The airplane continues to fly in the air. Int. Airport terminal, day. We see Jennifer dragging her luggage through the terminal. She is heading toward the exit. EXT Airport terminal, day. Jennifer exits. She comes up to a taxi stand. A taxi comes driving and pulls next to her. The taxi driver, 25, steps out of the car, opens the trunk, takes Jennifer's luggage, puts it in the truck, and closes the trunk. Jennifer opens the passenger door and gets in the front instead of the back. The taxi driver gets behind the wheel and drives away. Int. Taxi, moving, day. Jennifer takes out a cigarette and a lighter from her purse. Jennifer, in Italy, do you mind if I smoke? The taxi driver glances at her. Taxi driver, in Italy, go ahead. Jennifer lights her cigarette, takes a cool long drag, and breathes out the smoke. There is a silent moment. She then. Jennifer, what's your name? Taxi driver, Francesco. Jennifer, do you have a girlfriend, Francesco? Francesco, yes, I do. Jennifer, what's her name? Francesco, Juliet Fabry. Jennifer, that's a pretty name. Francesco, she is named after William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, quoting William Shakespeare, but soft. What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east and Juliet is the sun. Jennifer, you are a poet. Francesco smiles softly as he continues to drive. There is a silent moment. Jennifer takes a drag and breathes the smoke at Francesco's direction. Jennifer then. Jennifer, how did you meet? Francesco, I met her in this taxi. I was giving her a ride to her house. She was returning home after visiting her grandmother in Lyon, France. She told me about visiting Paris. And how Paris was one of the most romantic cities in the world. Yet it was shame that she had to go to Paris alone. I told her next time she visits Paris, I might perhaps come with her. You know, as a joke. She said that would be a good idea. She is looking for a boyfriend that drives a taxi, so she could make fun of me politely. I told her I am a chef, just graduated from Italy cooking school last year. I drive taxi to save money. I am planning to open a restaurant, then asked her number before she got off the taxi. She gave me her number. I called her and asked her to come to my house, a date. She came to my house, wearing a beautiful red dress. I cooked for her pasta primavera, panzanella, and tiramisu. We ate dinner in candlelight, danced slow, and made love. We then become lovers. On the soundtrack, Italian music plays melodiously. Francesco and Jennifer continue to talk without a sound. EXT taxi, moving, day. The taxi continues to drive down the street of Rome. EXT University of Rome, apartment complex, day. The taxi comes driving and pulls next to an apartment complex. Both Francesco and Jennifer get out of the taxi. Francesco opens the truck and takes out Jennifer's luggage and helps her carrying the luggage to the entrance of building. Francesco puts her luggage at the door. Jennifer thanks him, takes her luggage, and enters into the building. Francesco returns to his taxi, gets behind the wheel, and drives away. Int. Apartment 410, Emily's room, day. We see an attractive girl named Emily, 22, sitting at her bed and watching DVD, Sex and Lucia. She is from England. Emily then hears a knock at the door. She stops the DVD, gets up from her bed, and heads toward the living room. Living room. Emily comes up to the door, takes the chain off from the lock, and opens the door, revealing Jennifer. Jennifer, hi. Emily, hi. Jennifer, for the sake of asking, this is room 410? They both look at the number at the door, it's 410. Emily nods her head yes. Jennifer, I'm Jennifer. Your new roommate. Jennifer gives Emily her hand to shake. Emily takes Jennifer's hands, greeting. Emily, Emily. Jennifer, nice to meet you. Emily, thank you. It's very nice to meet you as well. Jennifer, can I come in? Emily, please. Emily opens the door wider. Jennifer enters in ease. Emily closes the door. Emily, let me show you your room. Emily walks toward Jennifer's room. Jennifer follows Emily, dragging her bag. They stop at Jennifer's room. It's across Emily's room. Emily, this is your room. If you need anything, let me know. I'll be at my room. I have to get back and finish this movie I was watching. Jennifer, okay, thanks. Emily returns to her room and closes the door behind Jennifer. Jennifer walks up to her room. Jennifer's room. Jennifer places her luggage on the floor, closes the door, and looks around the room. Jennifer then walks up to the porch. EXT apartment, porch, day. Jennifer comes up to the light frame wall and looks at the surrounding. We see students sitting around a pond, talking, walking by, and enjoying their outings, etc. Jennifer feels a sense of belonging. She then sees a couple lying on the grass and kissing. She gazes at them for a long second. Jennifer then turns around and walks back to her room. Int. Apartment, Jennifer's room, day. Jennifer comes up to the mirror and looks at her image in the mirror. Jennifer then opens her purse, takes out a lipstick, and paints her lips red. She pulls eyeshadow from her purse, and applies the makeup on the window to her soul. Jennifer looks at herself in the mirror and something crosses her mind. She then takes off her clothes one at a time, and stands nude like God made Eve at the creation. Jennifer looks at her naked self in the mirror. She then takes her hand and begins to touch her vagina sensually. There is a knock at her door. The door opens without a warning, revealing Emily. Emily, Jennifer. Emily sees Jennifer naked. Jennifer quickly grabs her cloth from the mirror table and tries to cover her breasts and private part. Jennifer, wait. Emily, I am sorry. Emily quickly turns around and closes the door behind Jennifer. Jennifer grabs the rest of her clothes from the bed and begins to put them on. Jennifer, talking to herself, what was I thinking? I'm stupid. I should have locked the door. Now she is going to think I am a slut, standing in front of the mirror naked and touching myself. What first impression? Changes the tone of her voice. Come on, Jenny. You're a grown woman. It's not a big deal. You have been with naked girls in the locker room. Besides, you have an excuse. You were getting ready to take a shower. Now stop talking nonsense and get a hold of yourself. Jennifer opens her luggage and begins to go through her clothes. Living room. Emily is at the refrigerator. She is in the middle of taking out foods that are spoiled from the refrigerator and throwing them in the trash. Jennifer comes out of her room, wearing a white evening gown. She glances at Emily, who happens to catch her eyes. Jennifer, hi. Emily, I am sorry. I didn't mean to storm in your room. I thought you were putting your stuffs away. Jennifer, it's okay. I was getting ready to take a bath. No harm is done. Emily, I was about to ask you if you want to go to a flea market. They are having organic food festival. Are you busy? Jennifer, I don't know. I was thinking about taking a bath, and rest for a while, you know, all the flight from Las Vegas to Rome, switching plane in New York City, and carrying my bag around the airports kind of got me tired. If you don't mind, I'd like to stay home and work on unpacking my stuffs. Emily, it's okay. Go ahead and do what you must do. I'll go by myself. We'll do it some other time. Jennifer, thanks for the thought. Emily, sure. Jennifer, See you. Emily, bye. Jennifer enters into the bathroom and closes the door. Emily takes out a leftover, Chinese food, from the refrigerator and looks at it, thinks might be spoiled. She throws it in the trash. Bathroom. Jennifer takes out 2 containers of aspirin from her pocket, puts them in the mirror medicine box cabinet, comes up to the tub, opens the bathtub faucet, and begins to fill the bathtub with hot water. Jennifer sits on the toilet lid and looks at the water as it continues to fill. Close up, Jennifer. She is looking at the direction of the camera, lost in thoughts. Nice cinematographic work. On the soundtrack, Vittorio Grigolo's Cielito Lindo plays melodiously. Bathroom, later. Jennifer rests in the bathtub with closed eyes. There are candles around the tub. Int. Classroom, day. Jennifer sits at the classroom watching classic Italian movie, L'Avventura. Int. School, cafeteria, day. It's a typical school cafe. Jennifer takes a salad from the salad bar and comes up to the open registration. The cashier rings her meal. Jennifer pays with credit card and walks toward the pub, outside sitting area. EXT cafeteria pub, day. We see students sitting at the tables and enjoying their meals, a typical college atmosphere. Jennifer comes up to the pub and looks for an open table. Emily, who is sitting at the far end of the pub with a girl named Natalie, 22, and a boy named Antonio, 23, sees Jennifer and waves her hand. Jennifer looks at her and walks up to them. Jennifer, hi. Emily, what's up? Jennifer, nothing much, can I join you? Emily, sure, that's why I called you. Emily clears the table, removing her bag and notebooks. Jennifer puts her tray on the table and sits in front of Emily. Jennifer, thanks. Emily, this is Natalie from Australia. To Natalie, Jennifer from USA. Jennifer, hi. Jennifer gives Natalie her hand. Natalie takes her hand. Natalie, hi. Emily, this is Antonio from Spain. Antonio Rodriguez. Antonio gives her his hand. Jennifer takes his hand, greeting. Emily, anyway, what were we talking about? Antonio, you were talking about the concept of love. She was saying love is a mystery that can only be solved with a kiss, and the only chance that we got for real happiness in this unpredictable world is to fall in love unconditionally. In contrast, you were saying love is delusion premeditated by our brain to make us feel we are fragile. Emily, it's an excuse for others to walk all over you. I mean, think about it, you meet a guy. You fall in love with him. You go out a date. Then you have sexual intercourse without a condom. You have orgasm. He comes inside of you. 2 becomes 1. That's the definition of love. He then goes out and fucks someone else. You are left with a broken heart, because you think love is the promise of 2 souls that are handpicked by fate. But that's not true. It's nothing but a bad brain chemistry that you are stuck for a while. Natalie, love is poetry of enjoying everyday life. Without it, we're poets without a soul, and poems that don't rhyme. Antonio, that's deep. Then the school bell rings. Natalie, what time is it? Antonio, 1 p.m. Natalie, we have to go. We're late for class. Natalie and Antonio grab their bags and notebooks and get up to leave. Natalie, we'll talk about it some other time. It's a complex subject. I'll see you guys later. Emily, bye. Antonio, to Jennifer, nice to meet you. Jennifer, nice to meet you. Natalie, to Jennifer, bye. Jennifer, bye. Natalie and Antonio walk away, leaving Emily and Jennifer on the foreground of the screen. There is a silent moment. Emily then. Emily, what are you planning to do the remaining of the day? Jennifer, I was thinking about going to the city and taking a couple of pictures. But I don't know if I should go alone. Emily, I can come with you. I have nothing to do. Jennifer, under her breath, sure. On the soundtrack, Italian classic music plays melodiously. Emily and Jennifer continue to talk without a sound. EXT Street of Rome, day. We see Jennifer and Emily walking in the busy street of Rome. Jennifer stops by a water fountain and takes a picture of a couple who are sitting on the water fountain and kissing. Jennifer then turns and begins to take pictures of Emily, who acts shy at first. She then strikes poses, imitating Madonna's Vogue. EXT/int. Emily's convertible, night. 2010 Fiat 500C convertible, Emily is behind the wheel. Jennifer is in the passenger seat. They drive in the aesthetic part of Rome. Int. CULB, night. We see people partying as if it were the turn of the century. Madonna's Ray of Light is playing. Jennifer and Emily walk through the crowd and come up to the bar. The bartender looks at them. The bartender, in Italy, what can I get you? Emily, in Italy, may I have Heineken? The bartender turns his eyes and looks at Jennifer. Jennifer, I'll have margarita. The bartender walks up to the refrigerator, grabs a cold Heineken, opens the top and puts the beer in front of Emily. He then makes Jennifer's margarita and places it in front of her. The bartender, in Italy, total €20. When Emily is about to pay, Jennifer stops her. Jennifer, I got it. Jennifer takes out €50 from her purse and gives the bartender the money. Jennifer, in Italy, keep the change. The bartender takes the money and thanks her in Italy. Jennifer and Emily turn around and walk toward an open table. On the soundtrack, Madonna's Ray of Light plays with full volume. Jennifer and Emily come up to a table and sit, Facing each other. Jennifer and Emily talk without a sound. Emily takes a sip and puts the beer on the table. Jennifer turns her eyes and looks at a young man named Paolo, 24, who is sitting at the table and checking her out. Jennifer ignores him and resumes the conversation with Emily. Int. Club, dance floor, night. Madonna's Ray of Light continues to play. Jennifer and Emily dance in the middle of the crowd that are dancing as if there were no tomorrow. Paolo looks at Jennifer with desire. Then two young men, Federico and Daniel, come up to Jennifer and Emily. Federico asks Jennifer to dance with him. Daniel takes Emily away. Jennifer and Emily dance with Federico and Daniel. At the other end, Paolo continues to look at Jennifer. Then on the soundtrack, Lady Gaga's Just Dance comes replacing Madonna's Ray of Light. Jennifer excuses Federico and walks toward the bar. Jennifer comes up to the bar and asks the bartender for whiskey. The bartender grabs a bottle of Black Label, pours the liquor in the glass, and puts the drink in front of Jennifer. Jennifer pays him €10. Then, out of nowhere comes Paolo and stands next to Jennifer. He greets her. They begin to converse. He must have said something humorous. Jennifer lights up with a beautiful smile. On the dance floor, Emily continues to dance with both Federico and Daniel like Y2 Mama Tambien. Emily turns her eyes and looks over at Jennifer, who seems to be connecting with Paolo. Close up, Jennifer and Paolo. They continue to talk without a sound. On the soundtrack, Katy Perry's Last Friday Night plays melodiously. Club, later. Jennifer and Paolo dance. Emily sits at the table with Federico and Daniel, drinking Cosmopolitan while smoking cigarette. She is in the middle of telling them a story. She must have said something humorous. Both Federico and Daniel laugh moderately. Emily then drinks her Cosmopolitan in one breath, gets on top of the table, and begins to dance, while singing with Katy Perry, Last Friday Night. At the other end. Close up, Jennifer and Paolo. They continue to dance as if they had known each other for a while. Jennifer and Paolo then get closer and kiss. Int. Jennifer and Emily's apartment, night. Emily is sleeping on the couch, holding an empty bottle of scotch. TV is on. EXT Jennifer, apartment, Paolo's convertible, night. Paolo and Jennifer come driving and pull next to Jennifer's apartment. Jennifer and Paolo kiss farewell. She gets out of the car, closes the door, and walks toward the apartment. Paolo starts his car and drives away. Jennifer enters the building. Int. Apartment, lobby, night. Jennifer walks up to the elevator. She presses the elevator button. The elevator doors open. Jennifer gets in and presses a button. The elevator doors close behind Jennifer. Int. Apartment, 4th floor, corridor, night. The elevator opens revealing Jennifer. Jennifer steps out of the elevator, walks toward her room, down the hallway. She comes up to her apartment, inserts the key, and opens the door. Int. Jennifer and Emily's apartment, living room, night. Jennifer walks in, locks the door, and comes up to the salon where Emily is at. Jennifer looks at Emily. The blanket that she was wearing is on the floor. Jennifer walks up to Emily, and sees the empty bottle of scotch on the floor, picks it up, takes the blanket from the floor, and covers her friend. Emily opens her eyes for seconds. Emily sleepy high. Jennifer, under her breath high. Emily curls her body under the blanket and goes back to sleep. Jennifer comes up to the private bar, puts the bottle on the counter, grabs Chivas Regal, pours the liquor in the glass, puts the bottle on the counter, and has a sip. She walks up to the coffee table, grabs the remote control, and turns off the TV. Jennifer presses a button on the remote control, plays a beautiful Italian opera song on the stereo, puts down the remote control on the coffee table, and walks toward the bathroom. Yet, when she is about to enter, Jennifer changes her mind, turns around, and walks to Emily's room. Int. Emily's room, night. Jennifer comes up to the mirror, opens the drawer, and goes through Emily's belonging, sees a couple of underwear, bras, blouse, and other things. Jennifer grabs a pink blouse, looks at it, puts the blouse back, takes out a blue underwear, and looks at it. She then sees a photo of Emily in red gown with her British boyfriend James taken by the Eiffel Tower in Paris. In the photo, Emily is also wearing a beautiful Freshwater pearl necklace. Jennifer pulls the picture from the mirror and looks at it. Jennifer then puts back the picture where she got it, walks up to Emily's closet, opens the closet, and checks out Emily's clothes. She sees the same bewitching red dress that Emily was wearing in the photo, grabs the gown, and puts it on the bed. Jennifer takes her cloth off nude, puts on Emily's red dress, comes up to the mirror and looks at her image. She grabs a red lipstick and applies it to her lips. Then something crosses her mind. She opens the second drawer where Emily keeps her jewelries, and finds the same beautiful Freshwater pearl necklace that we saw on the photo. Jennifer takes it, puts it around her neck, and looks at her image in the mirror. Pearl necklace must have reminded her classic movie stars in the golden era of Hollywood that she watched at film school. She gets lost in the girl inside the mirror. Yet, Emily walks in, before she has time to change. Jennifer looks at her. Jennifer, embarrassed sorry. Removing the necklace. I was just looking at your room. I saw the dress on the photo and thought I should try it. Emily doesn't really know what to say. She is not upset or surprised. She's just a little bit confused. She might be still drunk, or hangover. Jennifer, referring to the cloth, I'll take it off in my room. Emily, feeling fuzzy. It's okay, don't sweat it. You can keep it. I haven't worn it since my boyfriend and I got separated. Jennifer grabs her cloth from the bed. Jennifer, no, thanks. It means a lot to you than it means to me. Emily, it means nothing to me, just a dress. You can have it if you want to. It looks good on you. Humphrey Bogart said this is the beginning of good friendship. On the soundtrack music plays melodiously. They continue to talk without a sound. Jennifer turns around and walks toward the camera, to her room. Jennifer's room. Jennifer takes off Emily's dress, places it on the table, grabs her nightgown from the bed, and puts it on. Jennifer grabs Emily's dress and walks toward Emily's room. Emily's room. Jennifer enters and looks at Emily who is slumbering on the floor, stoned. Jennifer puts down the dress on the chair, comes up to Emily, picks her up, places her on the bed, and covers her with a blanket. Emily curls her body under the blanket like she did in the living room, and sleeps like a baby from here to eternity. Jennifer turns her eyes and looks at her glass of whiskey that she brought earlier. She grabs it, takes a big sip, and walks toward the living room. Living room. Jennifer comes up to coffee table, grabs the remote control, and turns on the TV as she sits on the sofa. She flips the channel around and puts it on MTV. She watches music video of Miley Cyrus, Adore You a little bit, then turns the channel, puts it on soft porn, lies back, and begins to watch the movie while touching herself in masturbation. EXT Emily's convertible, day. Emily is behind the wheel. Jennifer is in the passenger seat. They drive by the spellbinding part of Rome. EXT Rome, shopping mall, day. It's a splendid open fashion mall. We see customers moving up and down. Jennifer and Emily walk down the shopping street, talking. Emily, you look around. Everything is connected. We are breathing the same air only known to exist in this planet, as if there were invisible force that governs life without a sense of purpose. It seems we live for the moment. At the same time, there is an endless war of information fought in the subconscious mind to keep theory of order and chaos and evolution in perspective, which life takes for granted to preserve the progression of biological species and organisms, create competition, generate the development of awareness, and give a rise to thinking beings. Jennifer, you said something about studying philosophy. Emily, philosophy of sensuality. Jennifer, what is that? Emily, it is the logical analysis of sex and tenderness in nature, emphases on the natural meaning of sexuality, eroticism, sensitivity, intimacy, and the relationship between love, passion, romance, and pleasure. Jennifer, what are you planning to do with that? Emily, I don't know. I was hoping to go to a graduate school and get my master on the study of sexual pleasure, you know, focus on love and orgasm, then maybe work on PhD and do research on the theory of intimacy in culture and write few books. But I doubt it if that's going to happen in this lifetime. Most people that I know who study philosophy of anything, end up becoming teachers. That's not my true calling. Humorously, I mean I can image seeing myself standing in front of 20 boys and 20 girls at a classroom, and telling them sex feels good and do it every chance you get. Jennifer can't help but smile softly. Jennifer, playing along. So, do you have a backup plan if that doesn't work out? Emily, maybe change my major to psychology and study human empathy, and focus on love, and source of emotion. But at the same time, I am thinking about joining Rome Ballet. I went audition last week. They told me I got the leading part, but I don't know if I want to pursue ballet as a full-time. I am using that as experience. I want to be an actress. You know, since my parents are paying for my tuition, I have to call them and tell them I am going to be a star. Jennifer, that's what I want to do too. Nonetheless, I saw you dance the other night at the club. I thought you were amazing, but I didn't know you could dance ballet. Emily, I've danced ballet all my life. I am from England. My parent dragged me to the Royal Ballet School in London before I learned how to speak properly. Ballet is like breathing to me. Emily stops and does an amazing ballet move. Jennifer looks at her with admiration. Jennifer, that's amazing. Emily, what about you? What you are up to? You were saying something about studying media. Jennifer, international media. Emily, that's film and television? Jennifer, something like that. I was thinking about starting out as an investigating reporter, use the connection to start my own talk show, and produce a couple of reality TVs. Or perhaps do few documentaries, and a couple of low-budget movies in Europe. Then move to Hollywood, stars in a couple of films, learn few more tricks, and become a full-time director before I turn to 30. Emily, I have this friend who works at the casting department. He can get us in this Robert Pattinson's movie that they are shooting here in Rome as extras. Maybe you can work your way to the top. I'll give him a call. On the soundtrack, music plays melodiously. Emily takes out her cell phone, dials a number, and begins to talk without a sound. EXT restaurant, beach, sunset. Jennifer and Emily sit at the table in the set of Story of Love, a romantic drama starring Zoe Kravitz and Robert Pattinson. We see the grips, the camera crew, the director, and the leading actor and actress in the background moving. On the soundtrack, we continue to hear the Italian song, playing softly. Emily, I have this cloud in my head. I don't know what the fuck to do about it. Jennifer, what's it? Emily, I was supposed to call my mother, but got held up with things that have nothing to do with anything. Perhaps I haven't talked to her for a while. She is sending me a message. You know, She has psychic power. If I don't give her a call for weeks, she'll put spell on me, and make me think about things that much ado about nothing. Jennifer, what spell? Emily, you might as well call it voodoo. She gets so worried. All kind of energy and brain waves leave her neuron, they come and cloud me as if I killed the queen. Jennifer, why don't you give her a call? Emily, I will give her a call as soon as I collect my thoughts. You know, I have been going through a lot of stresses that come with worrying about where my life is going. I just didn't want to worry her. In the background, the director says action. Jennifer and Emily stop talking and turn their attention toward the set. There is a silent moment. Jennifer looks at the leading actor Robert Pattinson, who is sitting at the table with his leading lady Zoe Kravitz and talking without a sound, lips movement. The director makes sure that he is getting the right shot. The grips do their part, holding the light, moving wires, and other things. Robert Pattinson then gives Zoe his hand. Zoe takes his hand. They come to the open floor and begin to dance in the spellbinding twilight. Jennifer, that's Robert Pattinson? Emily, it is him. Pause, Jennifer looks at him fondly. Jennifer, softly, he is handsome, isn't he? Emily, he is gorgeous, but would you go bed with him? Jennifer, maybe, but I like a guy who is not afraid to hurt you. Emily, Robert is not afraid to hurt you. Jennifer, you think so? Emily and Jennifer both look at him. Robert and Zoe continue to dance conversing. They both look angels. He says something romantic to her. Zoe smiles in beauty. They then get closer and kiss. Emily defeated, never mind. He's too sentimental. Jennifer, romantic. He doesn't have a killer instinct. Emily, he is a vampire. He doesn't need a killer instinct. He would suck your blood with his look, stop your heartbeat, and keep you forever young. Jennifer, I don't know if I want to remain forever young. I need a man that I can grow old with, and die gracefully. I believe in how God tends us to live, for better and worse till death do us apart. Emily, that's more realistic idea than spending the rest of your eternal life with a vampire who is afraid to hurt you. Jennifer, softly to herself, tell me about it. Emily, it's final day of shooting. They are having a party tonight. You can talk to him. On the soundtrack, You Know I'm No Good by Amy Winehouse plays soulfully. Robert and Zoe continue to dance in between soft kisses while conversing. Emily looks at them adoringly. But Jennifer feels a little bit jealous, in a good way, as if she wanted to be on the spotlight herself. EXT Hilton Hotel, reception, night. We see the stars, cream of the crop, celebrities and models, standing with drinks and talking. On the soundtrack, Amy Winehouse's You Know I'm No Good continues to play. Jennifer and Emily walk through the crowd and come up to the casting director Richard Hanks, who is conversing with the movie director Tom Walker. Emily and Richard greet. They kiss on the cheeks. Emily introduces him to Jennifer. Richard gives Jennifer his hand to shake. She takes his hand, greeting. They kiss on the cheeks. Richard then introduces them to Tom. They all greet and begin to talk without a sound. Jennifer then turns her eyes and looks at the leading actor Robert, who is standing with a glass of champagne, by the swimming pool, and talking to Zoe. He turns his eyes and catches Jennifer's eyes. Jennifer smiles softly at him and turns her eyes away. Robert smiles to himself and continues to talk with Zoe, in between stealing looks at Jennifer. Jennifer takes a glance and catches his eyes. She quickly turns her eyes and pretends she seems to be listening to what Emily, Richard, and Tom have to say. Reception later. Jennifer comes up to the bar, asks the bartender for a drink. He takes a bottle of red wine, pours the wine in a glass, and gives her the wine. She takes the wine, thanks the bartender, turns around, walks toward the swimming pool, and stands next to a heat conditioner. Jennifer looks at Emily, who is talking to the director Tom Walker and the leading lady Zoe. Jennifer takes a sip. Then out of nowhere comes Robert and greets her. He gives her his hand to shake. She takes his hand, greeting. Jennifer and Robert talk without a sound. Then a man named Stephen comes and bumps into Jennifer, causing her to spill her drink on her dress. Stephen quickly apologizes and tries to help her, cleaning the wine off her cloth. Jennifer tells him it's okay. She puts her drink on the table, excuses Robert, and begins to walk toward the ladies' room. Jennifer passes by Emily, who happens to be standing in her path. Emily stops her and asks her what happened. Jennifer tells her. Jennifer then excuses Emily and continues to walk toward the ladies' room through the crowd. Int. Hilton Hotel lobby, night. Jennifer walks down the lobby, comes up to the ladies' room, and enters in ease. Ladies' room. Jennifer walks up to the faucet, turns on the water, and begins to wash the wine off her dress. EXT Hilton Hotel reception, night. Emily walks around looking for Jennifer. She sees Robert. She comes up to him and greets him. They begin to converse. Int. Hilton Hotel lobby, night. Jennifer comes to the lobby where the second bar and restaurant is at. Int. Hilton Hotel, bar and restaurant 2, night. It's a contemporary bar and restaurant. We see a good-looking man, Sebastian, 34, who is possessed with all kind of charm and killer instinct in the world, sitting at the bar and drinking scotch. On the stage, a girl named Monica, who looks and sounds exactly like Amy Winehouse, sings You Know I'm No Good, live performance. Jennifer walks in, comes up to the bar, and asks the bartender for a drink, martini. The bartender begins to make her drink. Sebastian looks at her. His heart skips a beat. Jennifer sees him. She thinks he is sexy. The kind of man she doesn't mind spending the rest of her life with. Basically, she is hit with love at first sight. But she doesn't want to show it too much, just gives him a faint beautiful smile. Sebastian returns her smile charismatically. Jennifer then looks at her dress. The stain can still be seen clearly. She glances at Sebastian, who is checking her out as if he found the missing beat of his heart. Jennifer gives him a sardonic smile, referring to the stain on her dress, as if she were saying, "There is nothing I can do about it." The bartender then places her drink in front of her. Jennifer gives him 10 euros and tells him to keep the change. The bartender takes the money and thanks her. Jennifer then walks up to a table, pulls a chair, and sits, listening to Monica. Jennifer looks at Sebastian. Sebastian is checking her out but plays it cool, lifts his drink and salutes her. Jennifer returns his salute with her drink and turns her attention to Monica and pretends to be enjoying the music. Pan 2, Monica. She continues to sing, "You know I am not good." Close up, Jennifer. She takes out a cigarette, lights it, and begins to smoke in between stealing looks at Sebastian. Close up, Sebastian. He takes out a cigarette as well, lights it with a match, and begins to smoke, checking Jennifer out. Jennifer takes a drag, breathes the smokes out, and looks at the stain on her dress again. She doesn't like what she is looking at, kills the cigarette, gets up, and walks toward the ladies' room as Monica finishes performing. The customers give her a round of applauses. A medium shot of Jennifer as she continues to walk toward the ladies' restroom. Sebastian looks at her. Int. Hilton Hotel, single ladies' room, 2, night. Jennifer stands in front of the mirror and looks at herself in the mirror for a bit. She then. Jennifer, talking to herself, "What do you want?" She continues to gaze at mirror for a few more seconds. She then takes out a lipstick from her purse, applies the lipstick on her lips, and puts it back. Jennifer, you got everything under control. Just be yourself. You are not in love. You don't know him. It's your heart playing tricks on you. She then exits the restroom. Int. Hilton Hotel, bar and restaurant 2, night. Jennifer returns to the restaurant, looks at Sebastian, and continues to walk toward the exit, to the hotel lobby. Sebastian follows her with his eyes. Jennifer exits the bar. Int. Hilton Hotel, lobby night. Jennifer comes up to the main lobby and finds Emily, who is standing at the exit. Jennifer, hi. Emily, where were you? I was looking for you everywhere. I thought you left. Jennifer, I was at bar 2. Emily, I was just there a minute ago. I didn't see you. Jennifer, I went to the ladies' room to wash the wine off my dress again. Emily, anyway, let's go back. There is a gorgeous man. You are going to fall in love with him. Jennifer, I don't know, Emily. It's kind of late. We should just go home and watch the movie that we rented. Jennifer doesn't believe what she just said. The man of her dream is sitting few feet away, and she is talking about going home. What's the world coming to? She hopes Emily would persuade her to stay. Emily, we can watch it anytime. It's only 9 p.m. The night hasn't started yet. Come on. Emily takes Jennifer's hand. They walk toward the bar. Int. Hilton Hotel, bar and restaurant 2, night. Emily and Jennifer enter. Sebastian looks at them. Emily and Jennifer come up to an open table and sit. The waiter comes up to them to take order. The waiter, in Italy, how may I take your order? Emily, in Italy, to the waiter, I'll have a glass of red wine. The waiter looks at Jennifer. Jennifer, martini. The waiter, in Italy, I'll be with you in a minute. The waiter walks away. On the stage, Monica returns. The customers clap their hands. Monica begins to sing Amy Winehouse's Rehab. Close up, Emily and Jennifer. Emily, is that Amy Winehouse? I thought she died few years ago. Jennifer, it must be some other girl who looks and sounds like her. Emily, I was about to say, how did she resurrect from the dead? She could have fooled me if Amy was still alive. Jennifer, it's sad. She died at such young age, 27. Emily, it must be the universe way saying art is more important than life, so they can be remembered as forever young. You know, all the great artists seem to be dying young. Jennifer, it is the curse of forever 27. Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison, Brian Jones of the Rolling Stones, Kurt Cobain, and now Amy Winehouse. They all died at the age of 27. Emily, Amy is from the Southgate area of Enfield, London, 2 blocks where my grandparent used to live. Jennifer, have you met her? Emily, no. But my uncle, who is few years older than me, said he dated her. Jennifer, under her breath, really? Emily, he's half Sicilian. He also said he dated Duffy, because he went University of Chester the same year she does. Jennifer, I didn't know Duffy went to college. Emily, she studied for 2 years and dropped out before she went out to record her debut album Rock Ferry and her signature song Mercy. Jennifer, that's one of my favorite songs of all time. I sing Mercy and Amy Winehouse's Rehab whenever I go to karaoke. Emily, anyway, what was I saying? Jennifer, you were talking about that gorgeous man, he's checking us out. Emily, under her breath, is he? Emily turns her eyes and looks at him. Sebastian is checking them out. Emily quickly turns away. Emily, it's a small world. I saw him about 6 months ago at this beach in Naples with his girlfriend. He turned around and gave me a soft risque smile that would melt every bone in your body. I thought he was the sexiest man alive. Pan 2, the stage. Monica continues to sing Rehab. Then on the soundtrack, the actual Amy Winehouse's Rehab plays with full volume. Jennifer and Emily continue to talk without a sound. Pan 2, Sebastian. Sebastian takes a sip, puts down the glass, and looks at the direction of Jennifer and Emily. Jennifer catches Sebastian's eyes. Sebastian gives her a soft smile. Jennifer returns his smile softly, and resumes her conversation with Emily. Bar, later. Emily's wine and Jennifer's whiskey have already been served. Jennifer and Emily continue to talk without a sound in between sips. Pan 2, Sebastian. Sebastian takes a sip from his scotch, puts his drink on the counter, takes out €100 from his pocket, places the money on the bar, gets up from his seat, and walks toward Jennifer and Emily. The music on the soundtrack falls in the background. Sebastian comes to Jennifer and Emily's table. They look at him. Sebastian, in Italy. Hi, I am Sebastian. Sebastian gives Emily his hand to shake. Emily takes his hand, greeting. Emily, Emily. Sebastian, in Italy to Jennifer. What's your name? Sebastian gives Jennifer his hand to shake. Jennifer takes his hand, greeting. Emily, Jennifer. Sebastian, in Italy. May I sit? Jennifer, sure. Sebastian pulls a chair, turns the chair the other way around, and sits at the table with style. Sebastian, forgive me, but I couldn't help sitting over there and looking at two of the most beautiful girls in the world. I came to invite you to my yacht. I'd like you to spend the night with me. Emily, what's this, Vicky Cristina Barcelona? Two of the most beautiful girls in the world. Spend the night with me. That's one of best pickup lines ever, thanks to Woody fucking Allen. But no thanks. Seductively, we are not Victoria's Secret lingerie that you pick up at the bar and fuck without a condom, even though it feels good. Sebastian can't help but smile softly. He looks at her eyes tenderly. Sebastian, where you from? America? Emily, no, I'm from London. Sebastian, to Jennifer, what about you? Emily, she is from USA. Sebastian, what part of USA? Jennifer, Vegas. Sebastian, under his breath, Sin City. There is a pause. Sebastian looks at them in wonder. He then smiles to himself. Sebastian, I do not usually do this. To Emily, however, I've seen you somewhere, I do not remember where it was. Your face is somewhere in my heart. I can close my eyes and see your beautiful smile. Closes his eyes for 3 seconds and opens them. It's a tulip that grew on cloud 9, infused with light from the highest order of heaven. To Jennifer, you are a rose that cultivated in stardust. And if they told me, you were in the Garden of Eden before creation, flowers, and life, I would have built you a cathedral that rivals St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican City, invent a new calendar, and worshipped you 10 days a week, to let how know that you are flawless. Nonetheless, I promise I would not do anything that you ladies don't want to do. We cook chicken parmigiana, capellini pomodoro, and fettuccine alfredo, drink wine and watch 8 1/2 by Federico Fellini. You can spend the night at my boat if you want to. I have 2 extra bedrooms. Or I'll drive you to your house after we watch the movie. Emily, I don't know, you sound too good to be true. I meant it must be your lucky night. She was just complaining about wanting to go to home, and watch the very same movie 8 1/2, and I have weakness for fettuccine alfredo. It's my favorite food in the face of the earth. And I don't know if you are the devil himself or Jesus Christ, but you sound romantic. I am down with love. However, you'll have to convince her. Sebastian, to Jennifer, have you eaten anything? You look irresistibly sad. I'll cook whatever make you cheerful. Jennifer, it's okay. My instinct tells me to go ahead and have fun. The night is young, and he's handsome, you have nothing to lose. But my conscience says every rose has its thorn. You have been gone through a lot. You two should go ahead and enjoy the night. I'll go home and watch the movie at home. It's not 8 1/2. It's La Strada. Her heart is screaming, I didn't mean it, but she plays it cool. Emily, come on, Jennifer. It was your idea to seduce him in the first place. If you don't go, I am not going either. You started it? Sebastian smiles softly, so does Jennifer. Jennifer, no, I did not. I only looked at him, because you said he has sexy lips. Emily, and you agreed with me. Sebastian, this will change her mind. To Jennifer, I will bake you the best chocolate cake ever. Jennifer, smile softly, that will make me do anything. I have weakness for chocolate. Sebastian, tell me about it. Emily, once Sabina Spillrain said her conception of the sexual drive contains both an instinct of destruction and an instinct of transformation. Sebastian smiles softly. Sebastian, she can't be wrong. On the soundtrack, Andrea Bocelli's Besame Mucho plays melodiously. They continue to talk without a sound. Int. Sebastian's yacht, kitchen, day. Sebastian is in the middle of preparing all kinds of foods. They look delicious, as if we were watching Food Network. The only difference is there are 2 of the most beautiful girls in the world, standing with glasses of wine in front of a mysterious man. And they're looking at him cooking, chicken parmigiana, capellini pomodoro and fettuccine alfredo, in his multimillion-dollar boat. Sebastian is telling them story and how the food is prepared without a sound as we continue to hear Andrea Bocelli's Besame Mucho on the soundtrack. He must have said something humorous. They smile in beauty. Emily puts her wine on the kitchen table, and begins to help him. They are having fun, throwing everything on the sauce, and cutting tomato and making salad, etc. Sebastian cuts a slice of tomato and feeds Emily. Jennifer looks at them with a little bit envy. She seems in love. We see a hidden passion in her eyes that we don't know what to make of it, love, lust, or obsession, maybe, all of the above. Sebastian cuts another slice of tomato and tries to feed Jennifer. Jennifer shakes her head, stands back, and says no thanks coyishly. Sebastian says something romantic. She smiles softly, steps forward, and eats from his hand. Jennifer then walks around, stands next to Sebastian, and begins to help them preparing the food. We stay with them as they continue to prepare the food, talking, smiling, and having fun. Int. Sebastian's yacht, living room, night. Jennifer and Emily sit at the dinner table with glasses of red wines. Sebastian grabs 2 plates of pastas from the kitchen table, comes up to the main table, and places the food in front of Jennifer and Emily. Sebastian returns to the kitchen, grabs a plate of pasta for himself, comes to the dinner table, places the food on the table, and sit in front of them. They begin to eat, talking. Then the music on the soundtrack falls on the background, and plays softly. Emily, what do you do? Sebastian, I collect art. Jennifer, what kind of art do you collect? Sebastian, I collect all kinds of art, from Claude Monet Morning Haze to Henri Matisse's La Faucherie Noire, and Pablo Picasso's The Three Dancers and others, but most of my fortune comes from online investment and selling boats. Emily, how old are you? Sebastian, 34. Jennifer, you look younger, like in your early 20s. Sebastian, a lot of girls tell me that. Humorously, but I am as old as Dracula. You just can't tell by looking. They smile softly. Emily, 34 isn't that old. Sebastian, how old are you? 17. Emily, I am 21. I will be 22, sarcastically, on 4th of July. American Independence Day. Sebastian, that's ad. Emily humorously, it's nothing as painful as celebrating your birthday on the date American declared independence from Great Britain. They all give you a baseball hat and a bat to make fun of you. They have small laugh. Jennifer, that's nothing. In the US, if you are a man, it is okay to go bed with a girl from England on 4th of July. But it's considered taboo for a girl to sleep with a British in Independence Day. They will crucify you. Sebastian, that doesn't sound fair. Emily humorously, it's sexual politics. But at least, she doesn't have to sleep with a Frenchman and celebrate her birthday on New Year Day. Since we don't have a national holiday that reminds us the 100 Years' War between England and France, some girls hardly try to stay away from Frenchmen, despite the fact it's every woman's fantasy to go bed with a Parisian and burn at the stake like Joan of the Arc. They have small laugh. Sebastian, to Jennifer, what about you, when is your birthday? Jennifer, I just turned 22 2 weeks ago. I didn't bother to celebrate or tell anyone. Sebastian, how come? Jennifer, I felt I didn't accomplish anything past 12 months. You know, it wasn't one of my favorite years. Emily, you don't have to accomplish anything to celebrate your birthday. It's the celebration of life on a date that you were born. You don't need permission from anyone to commemorate the date that means more than anything to you. Sebastian, I agree with her. If you have a bad year, don't think about it. Just look ahead. The future has beautiful things for you. Jennifer, I had one of the worst years of my life. My parents decided to call it quit. I got arrested for drinking and driving and carrying marijuana in my car, spent 2 nights in jail, broke up with my boyfriend, and didn't do well in school. That's when I decided to come to Rome and turn around my life. On the soundtrack, Italian music plays melodiously. They continue to talk without a sound. Int. Sebastian's yacht, later. Jennifer, Emily, and Sebastian are in the middle of playing strip poker while drinking wine. There is a chocolate cake for Jennifer, but she barely touched it. There are 3 glasses of whiskey shots. Sebastian shuffles the deck and deals the cards. Jennifer and Emily are half naked. They look at their cards. They don't have the winning hands. Sebastian wins the hand. Jennifer and Emily take their bras and put them on the table. Sebastian says something romantic, grabs a fork from the plate, takes a piece of chocolate cake, and brings it closer to Jennifer to feed her. She doesn't resist, eats from the fork. Emily asks Jennifer if it tastes sweet. She tells her it's the best chocolate cake she ever had in her life. Sebastian takes a piece of chocolate cake and feeds Emily. Jennifer and Emily then take shots, get closer, and kiss French. Sebastian smiles in wonder. He shuffles the deck and deals the cards again. Jennifer and Emily look at their cards. They don't have the winning hands. Sebastian wins the game. Emily gets up, takes off her underwear, and puts it on the table. Jennifer follows her, she gets up, takes off her underwear, and puts it on the table. Jennifer comes up to Sebastian, sits on his lap, and kisses him French. Sebastian and Jennifer kiss more intimately. Jennifer then parts her lips seductively and gives Emily her hand. Emily takes Jennifer's hand. Jennifer gets up from Sebastian's lap and kisses Emily. Emily and Jennifer kiss intimately. They then part their lips and give Sebastian their hands. Sebastian takes their hands and gets up from his seat. Sebastian and Emily kiss. Sebastian then kisses Jennifer. Sebastian then removes his clothes completely. Sebastian, Emily, and Jennifer kiss more lasciviously and begin to have threesome. Int. Sebastian's yacht, bedroom, night. Sebastian, Jennifer, and Emily are in the middle of having a steamy threesome. Sebastian kisses Emily. He parts his lips softly and kisses Jennifer. She kisses him French lustfully. Jennifer and Emily then kiss as they continue to have threesome. We will stay with Sebastian, Jennifer, and Emily as they continue to have threesome. Note, it will be scripted during filming depend on how far the star's willing to take it. Int. Sebastian's yacht, bedroom, later after sex. Sebastian is watching Federico Fellini's 8 1/2 while working on his laptop. Jennifer and Emily sleep on Sebastian's chest naked, right and left. On the soundtrack music plays melodiously. Jennifer then opens her eyes and asks him what he is doing. Sebastian cleverly changes the interface and shows her a poem on Word. Jennifer asks him to read it for her. The music falls in the background. Sebastian, the night wonders what makes me smile. The moon thought I went serendipity. Venus wants to know what's got in me. So much tenderness, so much sensuality. A snowflake bends time, a teardrop curves eternity. When the stars seem silent, and the universe looks empty, my heart whispers beautiful the depth of its sincerity, confessing it's for you my heart wants to bleed, to give you all the loving you need. Romance and intimacy, to all happiness, pain, and fear. I'll be there lovingly dear, to catch your heartbeat, to catch your tear, to open each cell of your heart door, to reveal the deepest secret of your soul, to kiss the most ravishing love of them all. She smiles in beauty, takes the laptop, puts it aside, and kisses him French. They kiss more intimately. They wake up Emily. She looks at them, rolls aside subconsciously and goes back to sleep. Yet, Jennifer gets on top of Sebastian and kiss him with her tongue seductively. They kiss intimately. Jennifer then sits on Sebastian's groin and begins to ride him cowgirl style as they start to make love. Sebastian then gets her on the bottom, lifts her leg, places it on his shoulder, and enters her enchantingly. Jennifer is melting with each penetration, making sexual sounds. Yet she makes sure she is not waking up Emily, bites her lips as he continues to enter her. We stay with them for a bit. EXT Sebastian's yacht, morning. An established shot of Sebastian's boat on the ocean as the morning sun scatters across the sky. Int. Sebastian's yacht, bedroom, morning. Jennifer and Emily are asleep. Sebastian is not there. Jennifer is facing Emily back. Emily turns around and faces Jennifer who is sleeping like a little girl. Jennifer opens her eyes and looks at Emily. They gaze at each other eyes without a sound. Emily then gets closer and kisses her. Jennifer kisses her as well. Close up, Emily and Jennifer. They kiss more intimately. Int. Sebastian's yacht, living room / kitchen, day. Sebastian is at the kitchen making breakfast, pancakes and scrambled eggs. Emily walks in, wearing nothing but underwear. Sebastian looks at her. Emily, good morning. Sebastian, good morning. Emily, what are you cooking? Sebastian, pancakes and scrambled eggs. Emily comes up to him. He turns toward her. She throws her arms around his neck. They kiss. Jennifer comes up to the living room wearing Sebastian's shirt and looks at Sebastian and Emily kissing. They look at her and part their lips. Sebastian, good morning. Jennifer, good morning. Jennifer approaches them. Sebastian, to Jennifer and Emily last night, I thought it was the wine I had that got me dazed but I didn't know your lips taste like cherries and whiskeys. Emily, is that right? Sebastian, to Emily you have one of most intoxicating lips I've ever kissed. The electrolytes on your saliva sent electricity deep in my heart and electrocuted my soul till it jumped out of my anatomy. I saw the garden of roses and addiction. He gives her soft French kisses. She kisses him with tongue. They kiss alluringly. Sebastian, to Jennifer your lips are raspberry fever. I swear you wove a crown of thorns around my heart. My heart is still bleeding. Jennifer, smiling I don't believe you. They exchange soft seductive French kisses. Sebastian, they are painfully sweet. Jennifer smiles in beauty. They kiss French. Jennifer kisses Emily deliciously. Emily and Sebastian kiss French. On the soundtrack, Italian music plays melodiously. Sebastian and Jennifer and Emily make out in the kitchen with kisses taking turns. Montage. Note, we'll see Sebastian, Jennifer, and Emily having the best time of their lives, throughout Rome, Vatican City, Florence, and Venice. On the soundtrack, Italian music continues to play melodiously. Rome. Sebastian, Jennifer, and Emily visit the Colosseum. They visit the Castel Sant'Angelo. They take a walk by Vittorio Emanuele II Monument. They sit at the Trevi Fountain and talk without a sound. Jennifer gets up and takes the picture of Emily and Sebastian. Sebastian puts Emily on his lap. Sebastian and Emily kiss. Jennifer takes their pictures. Emily gets up and comes up to Jennifer and asks her for the camera. Jennifer gives her the camera, walks up to Sebastian, and sits on his lap. Since she doesn't want to take the same picture, she gives him her neck instead, and tells him to act like a vampire. He acts as if he were biting her neck. Yet he kisses her on the neck as the camera light flashes. Next, they come to Mouth of Truth, a face carved in marble, which is said to bite off the hands of liars. Sebastian pulls his hand out of the mouth, it appears to be missing, causing both Jennifer and Emily to scream. Sebastian then pops his hand out of his sleeve like Gregory Peck in Roman Holiday starring Audrey Hepburn. They hit him playfully while laughing. Vatican City. Sebastian, Jennifer, and Emily visit the Vatican City, walking at the street of St. Peter's Square. They look at the late Renaissance painting and the amazing architecture inside St. Peter's Basilica. Sebastian, Jennifer, and Emily take a tour at Vatican museums. Rome, Ostia Beach. Sebastian, Jennifer, and Emily enjoy motor boating. The trio swim in Mediterranean Sea. They take a walk holding arms down the shore as the sun sets. They sit at a table and drink wines while talking without a sound at a resort located next to the sea. Florence. 2010 Mercedes-Benz convertible E-Class. Sebastian, Jennifer, and Emily drive in the street of Florence. Sebastian is behind the wheel, Jennifer sits in the passenger seat, smoking weed. Emily is in the back seat. On the soundtrack, Half of My Heart by John Mayer plays melodiously. Jennifer takes a puff, turns around, and passes the weed to Emily, who is applying lipstick. Emily puts the lipstick aside, takes the weed, smokes, and passes the weed back to Jennifer in ease. Jennifer takes the weed, has a drag, comes up to Sebastian's lips, and breathes the smoke in his mouth, shotgun. Sebastian exhales the smoke out with style. Jennifer and Sebastian then kiss French as the car wobbles off the lane. Sebastian parts his lips and takes a control of the car and continues to drive down the road. Sebastian, Jennifer, and Emily visit Florence. They take a tour at the Accademia di Belle Arti Firenze and look at Michelangelo's David. Jennifer says something humorous about the sculpture without a sound. Sebastian and Emily have a small laugh as they continue to tour around. On the soundtrack, Half of My Heart continue to play melodiously. They visit the Pitti Palace. They sit at the Fontana del Netno in the Piazza della Signoria and make out with kisses in a sunset. Restaurant. Sebastian, Jennifer, and Emily sit at a table, enjoying dinner, pasta, and drinking wines while talking without a sound. We see the beautiful backdrop of the city of Florence. Venice. Sebastian, Jennifer, and Emily visit the Collage of Venice. They visit at the Piazza San Marco. On the soundtrack, Italian music plays melodiously. They visit the Basilica of St. Mary of Health. They take a gondola at the Grand Canal. Sebastian places Jennifer on his lap since the gondola is supposed to carry a couple. Emily sits next to him. The gondolier stands facing the bow and rows with a forward stroke, followed by reimbursing backward. They take a walk in the bridge at Ponte dell'Accademia. Sebastian, Jennifer, and Emily sit in the famous opera house, Teatro La Fenice, the Phoenix, and watch A Midsummer Night's Dream opera by Benjamin Britten. Sebastian turns his eyes and looks at Emily, who is sitting at his right-hand side. She catches his eyes and gives him a beautiful smile. He returns her smile and continues to watch the show. Sebastian then turns his eyes and looks at Jennifer, who is sitting at his left-hand side. She puts her hand on his pants and plays with his private part under his jacket. Jennifer gives him a seductive soft smile. Sebastian smiles at her softly, turns his attention to the opera, and continues to watch the show. He then closes his eyes and bites his lips to stop himself from coming on his pants. EXT Resort, bedroom, night. Sebastian, Jennifer, and Emily have threesome. It's steamy, seductive, and sensual. On the soundtrack, Italian music plays melodiously. We stay with them with series cuts. Int. Townhouse, day. A real estate agent named Lorenzo Grosso gives Sebastian, Jennifer, and Emily a tour of an exclusive townhouse. On the soundtrack, music plays melodiously. Sebastian, Jennifer, and Emily look at the house with interest. Jennifer and Emily like what they're seeing. They tell Sebastian they like the apartment. Sebastian tells Lorenzo Grosso they will take it. Int. Domenico's house, fashion party, night. There is a big party in progress. Sebastian, Jennifer, and Emily come to the party, holding arms. They walk through the crowd that are dressed in glamour, greeting some of the guests. They arrive at the bar and grab champagnes and begin to mingle, conversing, but we don't hear what they are saying due to the music on the soundtrack. Domenico's house, fashion party. Emily is talking to Domenico, 29, a young fashion designer. Jennifer talks to a good-looking male model named Kevin without a sound. Sebastian stands next to the staircase that leads to the main bedroom. Sebastian takes a sip from his champagne and looks at Jennifer. Jennifer catches his eyes, excuses Kevin, and walks up to Sebastian. Sebastian and Jennifer talk without a sound. She convinces him to go upstairs and check it out. They begin to climb the staircase. Emily turns her eyes and looks at Sebastian and Jennifer. She knows they are up to something but choose to say nothing. Sebastian and Jennifer climb the staircase, walk down the corridor, and come up to Domenico's bedroom. Domenico's house, bedroom. Sebastian and Jennifer walk in and kiss French. Sebastian begins to undress Jennifer. She takes off her underwear and stands nude. He unzips his pants and completely removes his trousers. They kiss more intimately with tongues. Sebastian then lifts her up and places her on the bed. He gets between her legs and kisses her lips deliciously. They kiss more intimately. Yet, Jennifer can't wait to have sex, opens her legs seductively and induce him to penetrate her. Sebastian enters her as they begin to make love. We stay with Sebastian and Jennifer for a bit. Domenico's house, living room, fashion party. Emily continues to talk to Domenico, but her heart isn't with him. She turns her eyes and looks over the staircase. No one is there. Int. Domenico's house, bedroom, night. Sebastian and Jennifer continue to have steamy sex. Sebastian then reaches peak and comes inside Jennifer as she reaches climax as well. He falls between her breasts and gets closer to her lips. Jennifer and Sebastian kiss with tongues lasciviously. Domenico's house, living room, fashion party. Emily is talking to Kevin, whom Jennifer was talking to earlier, but her heart isn't really with him. She continues to look over at the staircase, doesn't see them. Then, Sebastian and Jennifer appear at the corridor and begin to take the staircase down. Emily looks at them. Sebastian gives her a soft charismatic smile. Jennifer sees Emily but turns her eyes and acts like she is looking at the guests. Emily feels betrayed. They make love without me. I shouldn't have trusted that bitch. Americans are snakes. Sebastian and Jennifer come up to the main living room. Jennifer excuses Sebastian and heads toward the ladies' room. Sebastian walks up to the bar and asks the bartender for whiskey. The bartender takes a bottle of Johnny Walker, Black Label, pours it in the glass, and gives him the drink. Sebastian takes the drink, places €100 in the tip container, walks up to the nearest stand table. Sebastian takes a sip, and puts his drink on the table, looking at Emily. Emily catches his eyes but ignores him, turning away like she doesn't know him. Sebastian smiles at her lightheartedly, takes another sip, and continues to check her out. Emily looks at him again and ignores him. Sebastian smiles to himself but feels he might have hurt her feeling, thinks it's a good idea to leave her alone, turns his attention to the guests, and looks at them as he continues to sip from his whiskey. Jennifer returns to Sebastian. She grabs his whiskey, has a sip, and puts it down. They talk between soft kisses. He gives her his hand to dance. Jennifer takes her hand. They come to the dance floor and begin to dance. EXTLA Bella Vita, Cafe and Restaurant, Day. It's a classic cafe and restaurant. Sebastian sits at the table with a glass of red wine outside sitting area. We see a couple of customers sitting at the table, mooching cakes, sipping tea, coffee, and other drinks, chatting, and enjoying their outings. Sebastian takes a sip, puts his drink on the table, and looks at the direction of the entrance. He's obviously expecting a company. Then, Jennifer appears at the entrance, wearing a bewitching black Valentino gown. The music on the soundtrack falls in the background and plays softly. Sebastian looks at her. Jennifer sees him and walks toward him. Sebastian gets up from his seat. Jennifer, hi. Sebastian, hi. They kiss French and part their lips. Sebastian pulls a chair for her. Jennifer sits in ease. Sebastian takes his seat back. Jennifer, what's up? Sebastian, nothing much. Jennifer, did I make you wait? Sebastian, not really. I just got here, looks at his watch, about 10 minutes ago. Jennifer, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you wait. I had to call my father in Vegas. My sister told me he just got diagnosed with lung cancer. Sebastian, I'm sorry to hear that. Jennifer, it's okay. I talked to him. He said it's not life-threatening. They detected it at the early stage. The doctor told him they will treat it with lumpectomy and radiation alone. He'll be fine. He just has to quit smoking. Sebastian, under his breath he will quit. Jennifer, I told him if he loves me he must quit and live for me. A waitress named Maria comes to their table. Maria, in Italy how may I take your order? Sebastian and Jennifer look at the menu. Jennifer, in Italy I'll have shrimp primavera. Jennifer gives the menu to the waitress. Maria takes the menu and looks at Sebastian. Sebastian, linguine alla marinara. Sebastian gives Maria the menu. Maria takes the menu. Maria, in Italy anything to drink? Sebastian, a glass of red wine. The waiter turns his eyes to Jennifer. Jennifer, I'll have cognac. Maria, in Italy I'll be with you in a minute. Maria walks away. Sebastian looks at Jennifer's eyes with love and tenderness. Sebastian, so, how is your day? Jennifer, it's all right. I talked to Emily about seeing you. She said, she doesn't want to come between us. It was fun till it lasted. But she is lying. I know she felt betrayed like Judas's little sister. Sebastian smiles softly but says nothing. Jennifer, I think she has a crush on you. Sebastian, I will give her a call. On the soundtrack, Mina Ioete da Soli plays melodiously. They continue to talk without a sound. Int. Rome Theatre, night. Sebastian and Jennifer sit in the middle of the theater watching the Italian version of A Streetcar Named Desire. On the stage, we see Stanley Kowalski played by a young muscular Italian actor, who is confronting Blanche played by a beautiful Italian actress over her outfit and other things, the famous scene where Stanley says, you come in here and you sprinkle the place with powder and you spray perfume and you stick a paper lantern over the light bulb, and, lo and behold, the place has turned to Egypt and you are the queen of the Nile, sitting on your throne, swilling down my liquor. And do you know what I say? Ha ha. Do you hear me? Ha ha ha. Close up, Sebastian and Jennifer. Sebastian looks at Jennifer. She turns her eyes and gives him a soft beautiful smile. Jennifer turns her attention back to the play. However, Sebastian continues to look at her in wonder, ignoring the play. Jennifer looks at him with humor as if she were saying why he is looking at me. She then gets closer to his lips. They kiss French. On the soundtrack, classic Italian music plays melodiously. EXT Rome Theatre, Street, Night. Sebastian and Jennifer exit the theater, holding hands and walk down the street while talking and smiling. EXT Park, night. Sebastian and Jennifer stroll down the park. On the soundtrack, the music plays softly. Sebastian, it was great play. Jennifer, I must have read the original play by Tennessee Williams at least 20 times, and watched the movie starring Vivien Leigh and Marlon Brando over 30 times. I just couldn't get enough of Vivien. Sometimes, I feel I am the reincarnation of Vivien Leigh. She is my role model. Gone with the Wind is one of my favorite movies of all time. I think Scarlett O'Hara is the greatest character ever written for a woman. Sebastian, Vivien Leigh is irresistible. Jennifer, she started in a couple of major Hollywood movies but spent most of her career in stage. Sebastian, what about that young Italian actor who played, what is name Stanley something, Kowalski? Jennifer, Stanley Kowalski. Sebastian, Stanley Kowalski gave a good performance. Jennifer, he was okay. Sebastian, he's not Marlon Brando. But he sounded convincing, portraying a tough guy who had nothing to lose. Jennifer, I've seen a couple of movies starring Marlon Brando, like On the Waterfront, The Godfather Part 1, and Last Tango in Paris. Young Brando always gives me goosebumps. Sebastian, what is goosebumps? They stop lips to lips. Jennifer, artistic fever, as if the devil opens my chest, takes my heart, and puts it on the fire in hell. Sebastian, I get it. Jennifer, yet, it's different. I feel it in my belly when I am with you, this dragonfly, it flaps its wings sadistically whenever I think about you, fantasize about making love to you. When I look at your eyes, and kiss your lips. It is out-of-body experience as if you entered in my heart and changed the structure of my soul into spell. They exchange soft kisses. Sebastian, is that a good thing or bad? Jennifer, what do you think? He looks at her eyes tenderly. Sebastian, softly by her lips your passion. Soulful blood, soul-some beauty. Did my heart ever see? An angel, a goddess of desire, you are my Red Sea, my heart sets on fire. Where would I go? Where would I be? Tell me love, what must I do? A kiss to your delicious lips? Love never felt so true. You are a love recipe. The answer to my prayers, which I close my eyes, and envision your beautiful face when I feel blue, the one and the only, my heart satisfactory, love factory. You mean everything to me. She smiles in beauty. They kiss French. On the soundtrack, music plays melodiously. Close up, Sebastian and Jennifer. They kiss more passionately. Int. Sebastian's boat, bedroom, night. Sebastian and Jennifer make love. It's seductive, steamy, and passionate. We stay with them with series cuts as they go at it with various sexual positions. EXT Garden, day. Jennifer poses for Costa, an Italian fashion photographer with style, glamour, and confidence. Costa takes Jennifer's pictures. He asks her to give him attitudes. Jennifer just does that, posing provocatively. Costa continues to take her pictures. Note, Costa will take Jennifer pictures with series cuts. Int. St. Vincent's Villa, main living room, party, sunset. Sebastian and Jennifer stand near the bar with glasses of champagnes, talking without a sound. Elite, cream of the crops, models, and celebrities mingle while sipping various alcoholic beverage. St. Vincent is an upscale French fashion brand based in Italy that specializes in women's chic dresses, blouses, nightgowns, and perfumes. Close up, Sebastian and Jennifer. Sebastian must have said something humorous. Jennifer smiles in beauty. They kiss French. Int. St. Vincent's Villa, main living room, party, later. Sebastian is talking to two models at the bar. Meanwhile, Jennifer stands at the far end of the room alone, checking out Sebastian. A man named Vincent, 38, CEO and the founder of St. Vincent, walks up to Jennifer. Vincent, hi, I'm Vincent. Jennifer, Jennifer. Vincent, I know you. I have seen you in the cover of Vogue. I thought you were the purest and the most arresting living soul that Italy has ever seen since Madonna, the material girl, came to Venice and sang like a virgin in a wedding gown nearly 4 decades ago. Jennifer smiles in beauty. Jennifer, thanks. A beat. Vincent, what do you think about being the face of St. Vincent? Jennifer, under her breath, what do you mean? Vincent, we're dropping actress Monica Bellucci. She might be the most beautiful girl in the world, and one of biggest stars in Europe. But we are looking for an image that is fresh, alluring, and endearing. Are you up to the challenge? Jennifer's heart is with Sebastian. She looks at him as he continues to talk to the models. Jennifer, under her breath, I don't know, maybe. I will think about it. Jennifer continues to check out Sebastian while talking to Vincent. Sebastian catches her eyes and gives her a wink. She smiles softly and turns her attention back to Vincent. Vincent must have sensed her heart is not with him, takes out his card. Vincent, here, give me a call. He gives her the card. She takes the card. On the soundtrack, Italian music plays melodiously. Vincent and Jennifer talk a little bit. Vincent then kisses Jennifer on the cheek, and gives her a compliment. She blushes in beauty. He says bye and walks away. At the other end, Sebastian carries on the conversation with the models. Yet he turns his eyes and checks out Jennifer, who is pretending to be looking at her drink, lost in a thought. However, she turns her eyes on time and gives a soft seductive smile that melts hearts. Sebastian says hi under his breath. She gives him a wink. Int. St. Vincent's Villa, main living room, party, later. Jennifer stands holding a glass of wine next to the staircase. She looks at the guests who are enjoying the party. Then out of nowhere comes Sebastian, stands next to Jennifer, and says what's up. She says nothing much. They get closer lips to lips and talk, exchanging soft kisses. We don't hear what they are saying due to the music on the soundtrack. They then kiss French. She tells him let's go upstairs and check it out. This audio file was created by Panopreter Basic. You can download it at www.panopreter.com. Sebastian takes her hand. They climb the staircase that leads to the bedroom. Int. St. Vincent's Villa, bedroom, night. The door opens revealing Sebastian and Jennifer. They enter kissing. Sebastian then picks her up, closes the door with his feet, and takes her to the bed. Close up, Sebastian and Jennifer. Jennifer and Sebastian continue to make out with kisses. He then slowly removes her underwear, gets between her legs, and gives her oral pleasure. Jennifer is dying with pleasure. EXT Beach, St. Vincent's commercial, day. Jennifer is in the middle of shooting commercial for St. Vincent ad. Wearing a red bikini, she walks down the shore. There is a good-looking model named Dante. He is walking toward her. Dante comes up to Jennifer, they kiss. The director Alberto sits behind the camera, making sure he is getting the right shot. The cinematographer holds another camera and records Jennifer and Dante from a different angle. The camera crew and grips move in the background. Dante then picks Jennifer up and walks towards the camera. Alberto, cut. Dante puts Jennifer down. Alberto, let's do it again. Jennifer, to Alberto, can I say something? Alberto, what's it? Jennifer, instead of shooting everything with bikinis and bras, why don't we spice it up? You can shoot it without a bra. I don't mind appearing nude in a commercial. Alberto, that's good idea. It's a perfume ad. But I'll have to talk to Jacob, the executive producer, and sees what he has to say. Montage, St. Vincent full commercial. Beach 1, we see Jennifer sitting on the beach nude, thinking about what could have happened. We can't entirely see her breasts, they are covered with digital pixels. Beach 2, we see Dante sitting the other end of the ocean thinking about what could have happened. Flashback, daydream. Beach 1, Jennifer, who is now standing at the shore, sees something. Out of nowhere appears Dante, walking on the water like Jesus Christ, moving toward her. Jennifer tries to walk toward him. But unlike him, her feet sink under the water as the wave wets her. She stands back and waits for him. Dante comes up to her. They cuddle and kiss. He then picks her up and carries her on his shoulder, playing and enjoying the moment like two sweethearts who have known each other their whole lives. Jennifer laughs and screams joyfully as they fall in the water. Beach 2, we are back to Dante, who is standing on the shore and looking at the ocean. He is holding a red rose. He pulls a petal and throws it on the water. Dante then turns his eyes and sees Jennifer, who is walking toward him in a white St. Vincent's blouse. He walks toward her. She comes up to him. They cuddle and kiss with style. Beach 1, Jennifer is lying on her back. Dante is next to her, planting soft kisses on her lips between small talk. He then kisses her eyes, he kisses her cheeks, he kisses collarbone, he kisses her on the lips as the ocean sets on fire in the background. Beach 2, Dante and Jennifer sit and have a picnic. The food consists of mostly fruit and vegetable. There is a bottle of wine, and 2 glasses of red wines. Dante is resting on a pillow like the gods of Rome and Greece. Jennifer grabs a strawberry, dips it with chocolate dip and feeds him. He eats from her hand. There is a chocolate on the upper side of his lips. Jennifer cleans the chocolate with her finger and sucks her finger seductively. Dante gets up, takes a strawberry, and dips it with chocolate dip and tries to feed her. But Jennifer resists playfully, backing away. He says something romantic and convinces her. She gets closer. And when she's about to eat from his hand, he puts down the strawberry, pulls her hand, and kisses her. She surrenders in romance. They kiss more intimately, crashing the fruits, and spilling the wines that happen to be in their way. Beach 1, Dante and Jennifer stand next to the ocean and kiss more. They then part their lips. He picks her up and tries to walk on the water. But his foot sinks. Jennifer, in Italy I have a lot of sin. Dante, in Italy I got an idea. He kisses her French. The ocean splits in half and opens like the 10 Commandments. Dante walks towards the camera, carrying Jennifer. Dissolves too. Jennifer and Dante appear at the other end of the ocean. They reach the beach as the ocean closes in the background. Then perfume appears on the screen. True Love from St. Vincent. Int. Blues Bar and Restaurant, day. It's a splendid 5-star bar and restaurant that Sebastian owns. Jennifer and Sebastian sit at a table with glasses of wines. Jennifer, you told me that you owned a restaurant, but I didn't know you own this place. Sebastian, I don't usually come here, maybe once or twice a month. Jennifer, why? Sebastian, for sentimental reason. Jennifer, what is it? Sebastian, it's a long story. Jennifer, tell me. I got nothing but time. Sebastian, when I was a kid in Paris, I saw my stepfather hitting my mother. I took a knife from the kitchen. I tried to kill him. But he was 3 times bigger than me. I might have weighed 30 kilos or less. He must have weighed about 170 pounds. He easily disposed the knife and threw me against the coffee table. I wasn't hurt or anything, but I saw the bruise on my mother's eyes, the blood on her nose, and the cut on her lips. I vowed if I ever see a man touching a woman, I would kill him without mercy and spend the rest of my eternal life in hell. But things are not what they seem. The table turned around. I was with my ex-girlfriend at Fashion Expo in Campania. She is a model. We were arguing about some silly things. I mean, she accused me looking at a girl, who happened to be passing by. I apologized if I might have, to calm her down regardless of the truth. Later that week, we were sitting here and drinking wine. I got down on with one knee and asked her to marry me right at this table. She said, no, and called me Finocchio. Jennifer, what's Finocchio? Sebastian, it's an offensive term to say that person is gay. I got up, slapped her on the face with the back of my hand, and walked out of the restaurant. Jennifer, that's a horrifying story. Sebastian, it was painful, not the fact that she said, no, felt embarrassed, and in addition, she called me a name, but I was distraught by a sudden impulse that left my soul. I had never touched a girl in my life before. I didn't know what entered my heart. I went to French Riviera and destroyed myself with women, scotches, cigarettes, and cocaine for 6 months till I die inside while my heart still beating. I then returned to Rome, cleaned up my act, came to her house, and apologized. I told her if I touched her again, or stood on her shadow by accident, I would go down with my knees and kiss the dirt she walked. I then gave her a yacht Lydia that I named after her. I also told her if I ever laid my eyes on another girl, I would throw myself in the Mediterranean Sea and allow the sharks to shred me into pieces. I promised never to hurt her again. Jennifer, under her breath, that's bold statement. Sebastian, I also vowed never to set foot on this place again. Jennifer, so, what makes you change your mind? Sebastian, smile softly. We got back together, and dated for a while. She told me she actually loved it, find the aggression sadistic but sexual. She had orgasm when I slapped her, asked me to hit her once in a while during sex. But I told her I can't do it. At the same times, things were never the same. I stopped carrying, stopped working out, which was one of the traits that she valued about me, the stamina during sex. Jennifer, you are ripped like science experiment, and has amazing stamina on bed. I have never met a man who fucks for 5 hours in one night. Sebastian, after we broke up, I started working out, got back in shape. Jennifer, did you look at the girl whom you were accused for? Sebastian, it doesn't matter. I loved her more than life itself. I felt I could never hurt her, and I did. It broke my heart. Jennifer, you didn't answer my question, did you look at the girl that she accused you for? Sebastian, I might have. Jennifer, what do you mean you might have? Sebastian, it just happened out of the blue. I thought I saw an angel, one of the most beautiful girls in the world. She gave me an alluring smile. My heart grew wings, exited out of my body, flies away, and disappears from the face of the earth in a blink of an eye, and never returned. But I didn't want to offend my girlfriend, quickly turned around and tried to forget about it. I didn't want to fall in love with every beautiful girl I see that showed me the least bit of attention like Jim Carrey in The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I wanted to be true to my girlfriend and show her the time of her life. Surprisingly, the girl looks exactly like Emily. On the soundtrack, Italian music plays melodiously. They continue to talk without a sound. EXT Rome, street, sunset. Sebastian and Jennifer take a walk at the quietest and the most aesthetic part of Rome while talking without a sound. Then the music on the soundtrack falls in the background and plays softly. Jennifer, there is a little voice that tells you no matter what happens in the other side of the world, look after yourself. I mean, we all have personal demons that keep us on the edge of nervous breakdown and confusion. In the sense, we are looking for a reason, pretty much a person that quenches our sexual desire and satisfies our spiritual atonement to the fullest extent of love. Sebastian, I feel you. Jennifer, do you believe in God? Sebastian, God is something that I would never understand. It's beyond my understanding. Jennifer, what do you mean? Sebastian, I mean, I look at the sun and think about how the ancient Egyptian used to worship the sun thousands of years ago. Even though there are billions of stars and galaxies in the universes, without the sun, they must have felt their life will be consumed by darkness. In the sense, even though there were billions of people live in the planet, I felt I couldn't live without her. You know, I used to believe we are here to worship each other. I thought I found a goddess, but things don't always turn out the way you want to. However, for every teardrop, there is a star. There will always be spell in my heart. Jennifer, what do you mean by spell in your heart? They stop walking and stand lips to lips. Sebastian, softly by her lips I knew I had to move on, and look for my soul, true love. The one that my heart wants to bleed for beyond spirituality, mysticism, divinity, and creation, and kiss her lips as if she were the only thing that ever existed in this infinite universe. Jennifer smiles in beauty. They kiss French. On the soundtrack, Ti ho voluto bene veramente by Marco Mengoni plays melodiously. Int. Hotel bedroom, night. Sebastian and Jennifer make love with Ti ho voluto bene veramente. Montage. Music video featuring Jennifer and Marco Mengoni. Jennifer sits at the bar, smoking cigarette. On the background, we see a couple dancing tango. Then out of nowhere, Marco comes up to the bar and asks the bartender for a scotch. The bartender turns to get his drink. Marco looks at Jennifer, who seems in touch with her sensuality. Jennifer checks him out while smoking with style. He gives her a soft, charismatic smile. She exhales the smoke at him and turns her eyes away. Marco plays it cool. The bartender places his drink in front of Marco. Everything that Marco touches turns into liquid. When he grabs the glass changes to liquid, done with a remarkable special effect, and the scotch spills on the counters and comes rolling to Jennifer. Jennifer and Marco look at each other. Then out of nowhere come three goons with machine guns and begin to fire at the roof. Everybody hits the floor except Jennifer and Marco. All of a sudden the music stops. There is a silent moment. Then comes Marco, evil twin, Cobra, a mob boss. He looks at Jennifer, admires her beauty, turns his eyes, and walks up to Marco with his hardcore goons. Cobra asks Marco for the money he owes him in Italy. Marco then reaches his chest pocket, takes out a cigarette, and places it on his mouth. He reaches for a lighter, doesn't have one. Jennifer takes her cigarette and places it on the scotch that was spilled on the counter without looking at Marco, a little bit style. The scotch catches on fire, moves down the balcony and comes up to Marco like Indiana Jones, the Raider of the Lost Ark. He lights his cigarette, takes a drag, and breathes the smoke at Cobra's face. He then takes out an envelope filled with money and gives Cobra the envelope. Cobra takes the envelope, puts it in his pocket, and gives his goons a sign to take care of him regardless of payment or not. Two goons approach Marco and begin to take him outside. Meanwhile, Cobra walks up to Jennifer and stands behind her as the goons take Marco outside to beat him. Then the music returns. He whispers something on her neck. Jennifer turns around and looks at Cobra in seduction. Cobra gives her his hand to dance. She takes his hand. They come up to the dance floor and begin to dance tango as the house set on fire. Bar outside, the goons beat Marco till he spits blood. Cobra's villa, morning. Cobra sits at the table next to the swimming pool, enjoying breakfast and talking on his cell phone. Jennifer comes up to the swimming pool, enters the water, and swims effortlessly. Desert. The goons dig a hole and throw Marco in the grave and walk away. A nomad comes to the screen and looks at Marco in the grave. Nomad's tent. Marco lies unconscious. The nomad's wife, a gypsy, applies an ancient remedy on his wound. Sunset ocean. Jennifer takes a walk in the beach alone as the twilight breezes on her beautiful face with tenderness and lights her skin with beauty. Marco's studio. Marco paints Jennifer's from his memory. Restaurant. Cobra and Jennifer sit at the table and have glasses of wine. Out of nowhere, Cobra produces a diamond ring on his hand, gets down on his knee, and asks her to marry him. Jennifer accepts reluctantly. Cobra places the ring on her finger. Art gallery. A small party is in progress. We see elites cream of the crop and models looking at the Marco's paintings, featuring Jennifer. Marco is talking to two beautiful girls. He then turns his eyes and looks at a young woman who is wearing a red see-through dress that shows her skin. She is looking at a painting. The young woman is Jennifer. She turns her eyes and catches his eyes, gives him a soft alluring smile and continues to watch the painting. Marco's studio. Marco is painting Jennifer from his memory. Then Jennifer walks up to his studio and looks at Marco. He puts down his painting brush and walks toward her. She comes up to him. They cuddle and kiss passionately. Bedroom. Jennifer and Marco make love. The bed sets on fire. On the screen, it says, "To be continued." Note, if it's convincing, we will change good Marco into Sebastian in the middle of the music video as if it were perceived by Jennifer's fantasy. EXT Rome Film Festival, Movie Premium, Day. We see a crowd that consists of fun, paparazzi, photographers, media, and celebrities. Jennifer and Sebastian come up to the red carpet. Paparazzi ask Jennifer and Sebastian to pose for them. Jennifer and Sebastian stop and pose. The paparazzi take their pictures as if they were the only two people in the planet. Jennifer acts natural as if she had done it a million times. But Sebastian doesn't like the attention. How can celebrities do this and feel good about themselves? I guess most of them are good actors. It's part of the acting. Just gives them your best smile and hope things turn out well. Jennifer and Sebastian then excuse the paparazzi and walk toward the premium. A woman named Olivia, who works for ET, stops Jennifer and asks her a question. Olivia, hi, Jennifer. Jennifer, hi. Olivia, how are you? Jennifer, I am fine. Olivia, you look beautiful. Jennifer, thanks. Olivia, who is this man that you're with? Jennifer, Sebastian. He is my boyfriend. Olivia, he's gorgeous. Sebastian blushes in a little bit embarrassment. Jennifer smiles softly. Olivia, to Jennifer, what are you wearing? Jennifer, St. Vincent. Olivia, you look like a princess. Jennifer, thanks. Olivia, you're recently replaced one of the biggest fashion icons in the history, Monica Bellucci, as a spokesperson of St. Vincent. How does it feel to be the spokesperson of a new fashion phenomenon like St. Vincent at such a young age? Jennifer, it feels normal. I mean, it's a big responsibility for a girl like me to go out and change how people perceive fashion. I am honored that they asked me to be the spokesperson for their products. But it doesn't really change anything. I will go out, make mistakes, be carefree, fall head over heels in love, and have fun like most girls in my age. Olivia, you appeared in one of the hottest music video in the 21st century with Marco Mengoni as his leading lady. I just watched it last night. It is the most tantalizing music video I had ever seen. How a big deal was working with Marco Mengoni. Jennifer, it wasn't that big deal at all. He saw me in the St. Vincent commercial I did, and gave me a call if I wanted to be in his music video. I showed up at the set. We shot the video in 3 days. Olivia, what about? You had a cameo in this movie, Symphonies of Murder starring Angelina Jolie and Will Smith. They said it was the last-minute audition. How did that happen? Jennifer, I met the director Chris at a party. We had a casual talk. He then asked me if I wanted to be in his latest movie Symphonies of Murder, 2 serial killers named Mozart and Beethoven that got in a competition. Who can write better music? So, they kill women around the world, strip their clothes, and write music on their bodies without giving too much of the plot. I said, sure. I'll be in your movie but you will have to pay me mucho dinero. They have small laugh. Jennifer, it was just a joke. I told him I would do it for free. Then in the background, the crowd make a big noise. It's Angelina Jolie. She just arrives at the premiere. Angelina comes up to the red carpet. Camera lights flash from every angle. Olivia looks at Angelina Jolie. Olivia, to Jennifer, let me let you go. Thanks for your time. Jennifer wants to tell her, bitch, you leave in the middle of interview. Someday, I will be a big star, and never speak to you. However, something tells her to be nice, and instead acts cool naturally. It all is played in her mind instantly. Jennifer, sure. Olivia and Jennifer kiss on the cheeks. Olivia, who is attracted to Sebastian, kisses him on the cheek. Olivia, humorously to Jennifer, make sure you take good care of this handsome man. Jennifer and Sebastian smile politely. Jennifer, I will do my best. Olivia, I'll see you around. Jennifer, bye. Olivia, bye. Olivia gives Sebastian a wink, turns around, and walks toward Angelina. Jennifer and Sebastian walk toward the theater. But before they enter, photographers ask Jennifer to pose for them. Sebastian lets Jennifer's hand go. She comes up to the photo stand where sponsors, Vanity Fair, George Armani, St. Vincent, and other big corporations' advertisement and logs, are at and poses for them. Camera light flashes at Jennifer like the stars in the skies. Jennifer is provoked to do something daring and outrageous by the attention, and have all the spotlight to herself in the future. We can sense it in her eyes. Int. Rome Film Festival, Theater, Day. Jennifer and Sebastian sit and watch the movie Symphonies of Murder starring Angelina and Will, and a cameo by Jennifer. On the big screen, we see Angelina and Will Smith questioning Jennifer, who plays a girl named Sarah. The question takes place at Jennifer's fictional house in Rome. It's international investigation without boundary. Angelina, where were you on May 14th, between 12 a.m. and 3 a.m.? Jennifer, I was home watching TV here at my house. Will, what were you watching? Jennifer, I don't recall it. I hardly remember what I ate this morning. I have a very bad memory like a fish. I think I was mermaid in past life. Angelina, there are serial killers, going out and killing innocent people. You are talking about bad memory. Perhaps this will refresh your mind. Angelina takes out a plastic bag that contains a necklace with the photo of Jennifer. Angelina, we found it at the crime scene. Jennifer says nothing. Will, you were with the victim last night, weren't you? Jennifer, I don't know what you are talking about. Someone stole my necklace. I lost it a while ago. Angelina, just tell us the fucking truth, or you will go prison and spend the rest of your life behind bars. They will feed you sardines straight out of cans. You would tell them who took your virginity in 12th grade, and might even remember love letters that you wrote to your boyfriend word by word. Jennifer, for record, I lost my virginity 9th grade to a black guy. Looks at Will, darker than you. He has big dick. He is the captain of the football team, plays quarterback. He destroyed my vagina. I would have forgotten it. But he ran with my heart, past the goal line, and smacked it against the ground. Jennifer laughs with her own joke. Will can't help but smile softly. Will, please tell us what you saw. These girls are young like you. There is a pause. She then. Jennifer, she was alive when we left her. Someone must have killed her after we left. Angelina, who is we? Jennifer, Mozart and I. He thought it would be fun if we tried different things. We picked her up from the club, came to the hotel and checked in under her name. Then Mozart injects her in the neck with something, begins to write music on her skin with a knife. She gets silent. Will, then what happened? Jennifer, I told him to stop. He injected me in the neck and wrote this music on my skin. She drops her nightgown and stands nude. We see music composition on her body written with ink and knife. On the soundtrack, music plays melodiously. We stay with the movie for a bit. Int. Vogue, Rome Film Festival Party, Sunset. We see elites, cream of the crops, celebrities and models, mingling while sipping champagnes, martini, wine, whiskey, and other alcoholic beverages. It's hosted by Vogue and a beautiful villa. Sebastian and Jennifer walk through the guests holding arms. Jennifer, is that Johnny Depp? Sebastian looks at Johnny Depp, who is talking to an actress named Amanda. Sebastian, I think so. Jennifer, he looks thin in person. Sebastian, he looks like a playboy without that Pirate of the Caribbean red bandana. She smiles softly. Jennifer, he is the depiction of Christ like you. I mean, I look at him. I look at you. I feel like I could tell you guys my darkest secrets. Sebastian, what is your darkest secret? Jennifer, how I used to fantasize about having sex with Jesus Christ and getting raped by the devil and his demons in orgy. Sebastian, that's graphic. Jennifer, I am kidding. I just said it to impress you. Sebastian, I wouldn't hold it against you even if it was true. Jennifer, why would you hold it against me? Sebastian, I said I wouldn't hold it against you, even if you had fantasized about having sex with aliens. It only means you have excessive sexual drive. Jennifer, you mean nymphomaniac? Sebastian, no, just supernatural sexual energy. Jennifer, is that good or bad, supernatural sexual energy? Sebastian, so long as you can channel the energy, it's good. Jennifer, what do you mean by channel the energy? Sebastian, sex is art. You can express it in anything, music, photograph, books, movies, fashion, and painting. Jennifer, anyway, I am not nymphomaniac. I have healthy sexual appetite. I saw Johnny in Roman Polanski's The Nine Gates few years ago. He plays a private detective who masters in tracking down rare books. Meanwhile, a man hires him to find a book, The Nine Gates, written by the devil, which contains magical secret for summoning Satan. Toward the end of the film, there is a sex scene between Johnny and Emmanuel Sainer. It was weird. But for some reason, it stuck in my head. Maybe, I was always fascinated by 666 and satanic rituals, growing up. You know, I feel there is a dark dimension hidden within our world. And if we allow these invisible forces to guide us, we can access a secret universe where people walk naked and have sex in the street like animals, more erotic than how we envisioned it in our heads. Sebastian, really? Jennifer, no, I am fucking with you. It's only a screenplay that I might have read. It's about a girl who finds a book that has magical power. She accesses this hidden world where people, vampires, werewolves, beasts, angels, demons, and other supernatural creatures engage in all kinds of erotic activities, S&M sex, and orgy, ruled by dark forces. The girl involved with the devil. They fuck like hell, and in the end, she becomes the princess of darkness. I thought about auditioning. But I felt it is pornography, even though written suavely. Sebastian, it sounds raw. Jennifer, seductively, it's not as raw as the feeling and the burning sensation that I get when you insert your penis inside my vagina. I get wet with each penetration. He smiles in wonder. Sebastian, I like when you talk dirty. They kiss French for long seconds. They then part their lips and come up to the bar. The bartender looks at them. The bartender, in Italy, what can I get you? Jennifer, in Italy, red wine. Sebastian, in Italy, same. The bartender makes their drinks and places their drink in front of them. Sebastian and Jennifer take their drink. Sebastian, thanks. Sebastian places €200 on the tip jar. Jennifer and Sebastian turn around and walk toward the nearest table. They come up to a stand table and place their drinks on the table. Jennifer, sometimes, it feels like your soul and mind are two separate things. Your soul wants to turn the ice in your heart into water. Water into wine, and wine into fire and get lost in a seductive passion, but your mind keeps things in perspective. It wants to turn fear into desire and pain into dream and escape through fantasy. Sebastian, softly by her lips, only if I could turn myself into a glass of red wine. Slip through thy lips as if love had never felt so fine. Move down and fall into thy belly till peace shall be thine. I would have turned to vapor, come to thy heart, and take away all the doubts, discomfort, pain, and the martyrdom from thy soul till thy eyes shine. And thy tear become mine. Gives her a soft kiss on the lips. But if thy soul is only seeking for pleasure, let me turn myself into fever, sweat out of thy skin, travel down by thy tummy with leisure, and drop into thy treasure, and fulfill thy deepest desire with no love can't measure. She smiles in beauty. Sebastian and Jennifer kiss. They then part their lips and look at Emily, who is walking toward them with a good-looking man named David, 29. Emily and David come up to Sebastian and Jennifer. Emily, what's up? Sebastian, nothing much. Emily and Sebastian kiss on the cheeks. Jennifer and David kiss on the cheeks as well. Emily, to Jennifer, hi. Jennifer, hi. Emily and Jennifer kiss on the cheeks. Emily, this is Sebastian, David. Sebastian, hi. Sebastian gives David his hand. David takes his hand, greeting. David, how do you do? They all greet. Emily, what are you up to? Jennifer, we were just talking about the art of pain and pleasure. How they are two inseparable aspects of life. You know, there is no pleasure without acknowledging the value of pain. Emily, no pain no gain. They all smile moderately. On the soundtrack, Con Te per Tiro by Andrea Bocelli plays melodiously. They continue to talk as the camera pulls out with overhead shot. Int. Vogue, Rome Film Festival party, later. Sebastian and Emily stand next to the bar, conversing, but we don't hear what they are saying due to the music on the soundtrack. Jennifer is talking to a man named Alessandro, 32, and a girl named Christina, 31, mingling. She then looks at Sebastian and Emily suspiciously, turns her eyes, and sees a charismatic man named Emiliano, 36, who is standing with a glass of champagne and checking her out while talking to three models. Jennifer turns her eyes and acts like she is listening to what Alessandro and Christina have to say. On the soundtrack, Con Te per Tiro continues to play harmoniously. Jennifer turns her eyes and catches Emiliano's eyes again. Emiliano gives her a charismatic smile, turns his attention back to the models, and pretends he's into them. Jennifer looks at Sebastian and Emily, who looks like lovers, smiling, laughing, seducing, acting coyishly and expressing amusement. Jennifer then excuses Alessandro and Christina walk toward the porch. EXT Vogue party, porch, night. Jennifer comes up to the porch, stands by the light frame wall, and looks at the great city of Rome. She takes out a cigarette and a lighter from her purse, lights it and begins to smoke. Then out of nowhere Emiliano comes up to the porch and stands next to her. Emiliano, they said, stars are angels who are sworn to guide us to the right path when we are lost. Pause. Jennifer looks at him. Emiliano, I used to count them when I was a kid. The power of their creator must surpass all our understanding. Sometimes they appear in the form of a young beautiful woman, walk down the living room, come to the porch with a glass of wine, and a cigarette and rearrange the constellation of the stars. And romance feels a thing of beauty and a joy that lasts forever. Jennifer gives him a soft smile that says whatever. There is a silent moment. They look at cloudless skies, the moon, and sparkling stars. Emiliano then. Emiliano, what's your favorite thing to do a night like this? Jennifer, besides smoking and drinking wine, I have to say falling head over heels in love. Emiliano, we have something in common. Jennifer, I doubt it. Something tells me you are very proud of yourself. She breathes the smoke at his face. Emiliano, what is that supposed to mean? Jennifer, you believe pride is virtue. Emiliano smiles softly. Emiliano, pride is nothing but a deadly sin that some people are reduced into fools by their egos. And they will pay for it at the judgment day. Yet there is a thing we call love that all men are defenseless. Jennifer, I don't believe you. Emiliano, to be honest, I can look at you, fall in love with your irises, and predict the future with the stars in your eyes. She smiles softly. Jennifer, life is too short for drinking wine, smoking cigarette, falling in love with the irises, and predicting the future with the stars in our eyes. Emiliano, what about cooking? Jennifer, what about it? Emiliano, I heard someone quoting cooking is truly the art of love. Do you feel the same? Jennifer, that's why we are here in this wonderful world. Emiliano, I read an article about you in Vogue. It says you like cooking. And you're comfortable walking naked as well. Jennifer, it depends on my mood. I usually try to put clothes to cover a certain part of my body from indecent exposure. Emiliano, what do you think about starting your own nude cooking show? Jennifer, you can't be serious. Emiliano, I'm serious as heart attack. I run a couple of cooking shows all over Europe. I'm starting a new nude cooking show here in Rome. I am looking for a host, a beautiful girl between the ages of 18 to 35, with exceptional physique. You fit the description beyond my wildest fantasy. Jennifer, under her breath whatever. Emiliano, I know you could be a great host. Emiliano looks at her eyes as if he meant it. She looks at him thoroughly. Jennifer, I don't believe you are asking me to do a nude cooking show. Emiliano, you can always put clothes. That won't be a problem. As long as you agree to do it, I will create a great environment that suits you. Jennifer, first, I don't know if I am ready to go to a studio, stand naked in front of cameras, and do a nude cooking show. Emilian, overlapping it'll come to you naturally. Jennifer, second, I don't know anything about cooking. I mean I took it when I was in college as a minor, but I don't really have a strong background like Antoine Carême and Martino de Como. I think I'll embarrass you. Emiliano, let me worry about that. They will be professional chefs that will train and guide you. All you have to do is show up at the set and be yourself. Jennifer, I'll think about it. On the soundtrack, Italian music plays melodiously. They continue to talk without a sound. Int. Party, living room, night. We are back to Sebastian and Emily, who are standing at the bar with champagnes and talking. Close up, Emily and Sebastian. Emily, so, what you're up to these days? Sebastian, living on love. Emily, that's what I thought too. Jennifer and you are match made in heaven. You make the world sexier place. Sebastian, you are a sexologist? Emily, sort of, I was studying philosophy of sensuality, before I dropped out of school to pursue ballet. It deals with sex. Sebastian, anyhow, she was telling me about her fantasy about sex with supernatural, devil and demons. I know she brought it as a joke, but do you think is that healthy, to fantasize about having sex with Jesus Christ and getting raped by the devil and having orgy with vampires, werewolves, and demons? Emily, I don't know, I can't talk about her sexual life. She is dating the greatest lover in the world. You are amazing. You know how to please girls. I had some of the best sex in my life during the brief period of wild romance that you, Jennifer, and I had. I was having orgasm like urine. However, in general, most couple end up breaking up, because their sex life is boring. Passion dies out. They should spice it up, you know, video recording sex once in a while. According to study, couples, who record sex tapes, not only perform better, but also has a lasting relationship. Some sexologists suggest couples should throw erotic party occasionally and invite close friends and have nude party, or perhaps wear French mask to conceal their identities, and share partners, like couple swapping and S&M sex. That way, they don't get tired of each other. We are living in sexual revolution age. Sebastian, I don't know if we are ready for that unless you join us in threesome. She smiles softly. Emily, I will think about it. Sebastian, I heard you are the main attraction at the famous Rome Opera and Modern Ballet House. Emily, I've been doing it for a while. Actually, David is my partner. We got a review that says, two complementary mystical forces. Yin and yang that soar, glide, and float in the air like invisible flame. Sebastian, are you dating? Emily, we are not serious. It's only sex. He is amazing on bed, makes me come 3 times a night. Sebastian, you are not trying to make me jealous, are you? Emily, yes, I am. But if you want to make a girl come 270 times, that the maximum in tantra sex, or even go for more and prove me wrong, you are nothing but a sex machine that stops functioning at 269, you can always give me a call. He smiles in wonder. Sebastian, what about if we go for 1000? That's world record. She smiles in beauty and hits him on the arm playfully. On the soundtrack, the music plays melodiously. Sebastian and Emily continue to talk without a sound. We pull away from them. Porch entrance, Jennifer and Emiliano walk into the main living room. They are talking but we can't hear what they are saying due to the music on the soundtrack. Sebastian looks at them. Jennifer and Emiliano come up to the 3 models whom he was talking to earlier. They are chatting with Johnny Depp. Emiliano introduces Jennifer to Johnny Depp and the models. They all greet and begin to chat without a sound. At the other end, Sebastian and Emily continue to talk. Sebastian takes a sip, turns his eyes, and looks at Jennifer again. Jennifer turns her eyes, catches Sebastian's eyes and gives him a soft beautiful smile. Sebastian returns her smile with his drink, a salute, and winks at her. Emily looks at Jennifer as well. But she chooses to say nothing. Jennifer turns her attention to Emiliano, Johnny Depp, and the models and acts like she is interested in the conversation. Sebastian and Emily resume their conversation. Then, out of nowhere comes David in the crowd walking toward Emily and Sebastian. Emily looks at him. David approaches her, tells her it's time to go. Emily excuses Sebastian, kisses him on the cheek, and tells him to come and see her at the theater. Sebastian tells her sure. David and Sebastian shake hands goodbye. Emily and David walk toward the exit. Jennifer sees Emily and David exiting the room, excuses Emiliano, Johnny Depp, and the models, and walks toward Sebastian. Sebastian looks at her. Jennifer comes up to Sebastian and says something to him humorous. He tells her something romantic. She smiles in beauty, puts her around his neck, and kisses him. They kiss more intimately, part their lips, and talk between soft kisses. Sebastian then asks her if she wants to dance. Jennifer and Sebastian come up to the dance floor and dance slow. EXT Rome, street, night. Sebastian and Jennifer take a walk in the quietest part of Rome, subtle neighborhood. Jennifer, I think Emily is in love with you. Sebastian, no, she is not. Jennifer, what does she want? Sebastian, nothing. We were just talking about philosophy. You know, how life came to Earth. And if she has the power to read each individual's mind, she would like to know what all those people at the party think about. This audio file was created by Panopreter Basic. You can download it at www.panopreter.com. Their sense of existence, fear, and desire. And what's worth living and what's worth dying for and the value of each soul, nothing serious. Jennifer, that's interesting. Sebastian, what about you? Who was that man you were talking to? Jennifer, his name is Emiliano. He owns numerous cooking shows all over Europe, wanted me to do a nude cooking show here in Rome. Sebastian looks at her in puzzlement like what do you mean by nude? Jennifer off his looks not entirely nude, I'll wear bikinis or Victoria's Secret nightgown throughout the taping. And if the rating goes down, I'll have to strip my clothes one at a time and cook nude. Sebastian, still puzzled that doesn't sound bad. Jennifer, he says he's planning to air it in 2 weeks. Sebastian, humorously I can't imagine anybody but you, doing a nude cooking show. You have a remarkable body. Jennifer, thanks. She smiles softly. They stand lips to lips. Jennifer, but do you think it's a good idea to go to a studio, stand naked in front of strangers and cook? Sebastian, it's your body. It's your choice. Do whatever makes you happy. Jennifer, I love you. She throws her arms around his neck. They kiss French. Int. Jennifer's cooking show, day. We see Jennifer standing in a yellow bikini and preparing pasta. Jennifer, my name is Jennifer. Today, I am going to show you how to make spaghetti bolognese and tagliatelle with bolognese sauce. On the background, the director Luciano stands behind the camera and record the show. In the background, we see TV crew and the grips holding light and maneuvering camera equipment. Emiliano, the producer, stands in the back, watches Jennifer. Medium shot of Jennifer as she continues to cook. Jennifer, spaghetti comes from Napoli in South Italia. Bolognese comes from Bologna, which served with tagliatelle, fettuccine, and others. The big difference is making pasta in South Italy they used water like spaghetti and macaroni. And they don't usually stuff. They make it with pomodoris. In North Italy, they use normal flour and egg to make the pasta. They stuff all the pasta like cannelloni and tagliatelle. But now it's mixing. A medium shot of Emiliano as he continues to watch her. Jennifer, pointing at the ingredient that is on the table. In order to make bolognese we need ingredients like beef, pancetta, onions, carrots, celery, tomato paste, meat broth, white wine, and milk or cream. On the soundtrack music plays melodiously. Jennifer continues to prepare the food. We stay with her for a while. Int. Restaurant, night. It's a romantic 5 stars restaurant. Emiliano and Jennifer sit at the table with glasses of wines, talking without a sound. On the stage, a girl named Lucia sings in Italy. Emiliano, who was the man that you were with that night? Jennifer, he is my boyfriend. Emiliano, what does he do? Jennifer humorously, he is a mafia. Emiliano, what do you mean he is a mafia? Jennifer, it's a joke. I mean I've never seen him doing anything, except sometimes, he spends hours on his laptop at night after we make love. Emiliano looks at her with curiosity. Emiliano, I think I have seen him before. He was on the news in French TV for one of the biggest Ponzi scheme in the history of European stock exchange. Jennifer, what's Ponzi scheme? Emiliano, it's a fake investment operation. They give you your own money that you invested or money paid by other investors, rather than from any actual profit that is made, like Bernard Madoff and Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street. Jennifer doesn't know what he exactly is saying. But she goes along with him, nods her head. I see. Emiliano, I remember his face. My ex-wife was one of the many investors who lost millions of euros in their scheme. On the soundtrack, Non Credere by Mina plays. Emiliano and Jennifer continue to talk. But we can't hear what they are saying due to Mina's Non Credere on the soundtrack. Int. Sebastian's yacht, precious, living room / kitchen, night. Sebastian is in the middle of preparing a Swedish dish, shrimp piri piri, in his yacht. We stay with him for a couple of seconds. Ext Rome, street, night. Emiliano and Jennifer take a walk in the street of Rome, talking without a sound. Ext Rome, street, night. Emiliano and Jennifer come to Jennifer's 2017 red Ferrari convertible, parked on the sidewalk. They talk a little bit and then kiss on the cheeks goodnight. Jennifer opens the door, gets behind the wheel, starts her car, and drives away as Emiliano stands and watches her. On the soundtrack, La Voce del Nord's 2 per me comes replacing Mina's Non Credere. Ext/int. Jennifer's Ferrari convertible, moving, night. Jennifer continues to drive in the street of Rome. Int. Sebastian's yacht, precious, living room / kitchen, night. Sebastian continues to prepare shrimp piri piri. Then, Jennifer walks in, wearing a white doctor coat. Sebastian looks at her. She takes out the coat and stands in a sizzling red Victoria's Secret lingerie. Sebastian stops what he was doing and looks at her in wonder. Jennifer comes up to Sebastian. She throws her arms around his neck. They talk between soft kisses. She asks him what he's cooking. He tells her without a sound as we continue to hear La Voce del Nord's 2 per me on the soundtrack. Jennifer and Sebastian kiss. She parts her lips and begins to help him preparing shrimp piri piri before she takes over. Sebastian stands behind her, planting soft kisses on her shoulder as they continue to cook and talk. He then kisses her shoulder blade, goes down, lifts her lingerie, and kisses her curvaceous buttocks. She is not wearing any underwear. She turns around. He kisses her vagina. She holds his head against her vagina and pulls his hair in sexual passion as he kisses her clitoris. Jennifer takes a deep breath. Sebastian gets up. They kiss French. She parts her lips, and opens his pants. Sebastian completely removes his clothes. They kiss more intimately. Sebastian then turns off the stove, picks her up, and places her on the kitchen table. They kiss French. He grabs her buttocks and enters her as they begin to make love. Jennifer is feeling it at the core of her heart. She moves her waist seductively, bouncing up and down. Sebastian then bends her and enters her doggy style deliciously. Jennifer is having out-of-body experience with pleasure. It's burning her inside. She is making all kinds of sexual sounds. Bedroom, later. Sebastian and Jennifer are in the middle of making love. It's seductive, steamy, sensual, and passionate. We stay with them with series cuts as they go at it with various sexual positions. Ext Sebastian's yacht, precious, night. We see Sebastian's yacht precious in the middle of the ocean. Int. Sebastian's yacht, living room / kitchen, night. On the dinner table, we see 2 candlelight, a delicious vanilla and strawberry and mint cake, 2 slices of chocolate cakes on 2 small plates that are barely touched, 2 empty wine glasses. We move to the kitchen and see serving dishes, bowls, and plates that are left unwashed in the sink. We then come to the bedroom. Int. Bedroom, night. Sebastian is sleeping. Jennifer is working on her laptop, studying food recipes. She looks at Sebastian, who seems he's dreaming about eternity, having the best sleep of his life. Jennifer then types his name and checks his background on the computer. Something comes up on the screen. She reads it, turns her eyes, and looks at him again. She then turns off her laptop, gets up from the bed, and walks up to the living room. Living room. Jennifer comes up to the bar, grabs a scotch, opens the top, pours the liquor in a glass, and puts the bottle back. She takes the glass and walks toward the exit, outside. Ext Sebastian's yacht, precious, night. Jennifer steps out, comes to the stern, at the edge of the boat, and looks at the ocean while taking sips from her scotch. We stay with her few seconds. Cooking montage. We see Jennifer preparing the following dishes: peppered shrimp Alfredo, broccoli and cauliflower linguine, lasagna in montage. Jennifer stands wearing a sexy red Victoria's Secret lingerie preparing peppered shrimp Alfredo. Jennifer: hi, my name is Jennifer. Today, I am going to show you how to make peppered shrimp Alfredo. Jennifer stands wearing a light blue Victoria's Secret lingerie preparing linguine with broccoli and cauliflower. Jennifer: good evening, my name is Jennifer. Today, I am going to show you how to make broccoli and cauliflower linguine. Jennifer stands wearing a sexy purple Victoria's Secret lingerie preparing lasagna. Jennifer: hi, I am Jennifer. Today, I am going to show you how to make the best Italian lasagna. Jennifer preparing peppered shrimp Alfredo. Jennifer: in order to make peppered shrimp Alfredo, we use ingredients: 12 ounces penne pasta, 1/4 cup butter, 2 tablespoons extra virgin olive oil, 1 onion, diced, 2 cloves garlic, minced, 1 red bell pepper, diced, 1/2 pound portobello mushrooms. Jennifer preparing linguine with broccoli and cauliflower. Jennifer: to make broccoli and cauliflower linguine, we need 2 tablespoons olive or vegetable oil, 2 cups broccoli florets, 2 cups cauliflowerettes, 3 cloves garlic, minced, 2 cans, 14.5 ounces size, diced tomatoes with Italian herbs, undrained. Jennifer preparing lasagna. Jennifer: to make the best Italian lasagna, we use 1 pound lean ground beef, 1 onion, chopped, 1 green bell pepper, chopped, 2 cups shredded mozzarella cheese, 8 lasagna noodles, cooked and drained. Jennifer preparing peppered shrimp Alfredo. Jennifer: bring a large pot of lightly salted water to a boil. Add pasta and cook for 8 to 10 minutes or until mal dente, drain. Close up, Jennifer. She is preparing food effortlessly. Jennifer: meanwhile, melt butter together with the olive oil in a saucepan over medium heat. Stir in onion, and cook until softened and translucent, about 2 minutes. Stir in garlic, red pepper, and mushroom. Cook over medium-high heat until soft, about 2 minutes more. Jennifer preparing broccoli and cauliflower linguine. Jennifer: we heat the oil in large skillet. Add broccoli, cauliflower, and garlic, leave it for 3 minutes. Add tomatoes and juice, salt, and red pepper flakes. Bring to boil. Reduce heat, simmer uncovered for 20 minutes. Jennifer preparing lasagna. Jennifer: take the brown meat with onions and bell peppers, and season. Add tomato paste and water. Let it simmer. And in a mixing bowl, we mix ricotta cheese with beaten egg and set it aside before we preheat it in the oven to 370 degrees F. On the soundtrack music plays melodiously. Jennifer continues to make the dishes. Montage 2. Jennifer continues to prepare her peppered shrimp Alfredo. Jennifer continues to prepare her broccoli and cauliflower linguine. Jennifer continues to prepare lasagna. Jennifer finishes preparing the first dish, the best looking peppered shrimp Alfredo, and puts it on the kitchen table. Jennifer finishes preparing broccoli and cauliflower linguine and places it on the table. Jennifer finishes preparing the best Italian lasagna, takes the lasagna out of the oven and puts it on the kitchen table. She lets it cool for a couple of seconds, cuts it, places the lasagna on a plate, and walks to the camera. Jennifer carries the lasagna and comes to the director Luciano, who is standing behind the camera, recording. Luciano: that's a wrap. Jennifer gives the lasagna to Luciano, the director who always gets the last meal. Luciano: you're amazing. He kisses her on the cheek and takes the meal. Jennifer: be careful. It's hot. Jennifer walks to Emiliano, who is standing behind the set. Emiliano comes up to her. Emiliano: good job. They kiss on the cheeks. Int. Jennifer and Emily's house, Jennifer's room, night. It's a big villa. They have moved on from that beautiful house to a much bigger mansion. Jennifer, wearing a pink nightgown, stands in front of the mirror applying a lipstick on her lips. Jennifer puts her lipstick on the table, turns around, and walks up to the closet. Jennifer takes out a beautiful red dress from her closet and places it on the bed. Jennifer then walks towards the camera, to the bathroom. EXT/int. Sebastian's convertible, moving, night. A 2017 Mercedes convertible. Sebastian is behind the wheel driving in the street of Rome. There is a teddy bear in the passenger seat. The car drives at the direction of the camera. Int. Jennifer and Emily's house, Jennifer's room, night. Jennifer returns to the bedroom, takes off her pink nightgown, and puts the red dress. She comes up to the mirror and looks at it. She looks like a princess from an exotic universe. Living room. Emily sits on the sofa, folding her legs. She is watching Italian film while smoking cigarette and drinking a Diet Coke from the can. EXT Jennifer and Emily's house, day. Mercedes convertible. Sebastian comes driving and parks his car in front of Jennifer and Emily's house. Sebastian grabs the teddy bear, steps out of the car, walks up to the door, and rings the bell. Int. Jennifer and Emily's house, living room, day. Emily gets up from the sofa, comes up to the door, and opens the door, revealing Sebastian. She looks at him and smiles in beauty. Emily: hi. Sebastian: hi. They hug and kiss on the cheeks. Emily: what's up? Sebastian: nothing much. Emily: she is upstairs getting ready. Come in. Sebastian steps in. Emily closes the door. Sebastian, this is for you. Sebastian gives Emily the teddy bear. Emily, what is it, a teddy bear? Emily takes it. Sebastian, I was at the shopping mall buying stuffs and saw it sitting in the mirror. I thought you might like it and bought it. Emily gives him a hug. Emily, softly thanks. It means a lot to me. Emily kisses Sebastian on the lips, takes his arm. Emily, come. Let's have a glass of scotch before you head out. Emily and Sebastian walk up to the bar. Emily gets behind the bar, grabs a scotch, and pours it in a glass. She puts the scotch in front of Sebastian. Sebastian, thanks. Emily, mockingly you welcome. Sebastian gives her a charismatic smile. Emily, I'll never get used to that smile. One day, I will die with heartache. Sebastian, I believe you. Sebastian gives her a soft inviting smile. Emily, you see what I mean. You know how to strap a barbed wire around our hearts and light fire across them before you take us straight to bed. That's the oldest trick in the book. But you make it seems original. Sebastian, softly if you say so. Emily, cheers. Sebastian, cheers. Sebastian and Emily connect their glasses, cheering and take sips. There is a pause. They seem they are having moment. They gaze at each other's eyes as if they knew each other in the past life. Then, at the top of the stair, Jennifer appears wearing a red bewitching dress. Sebastian looks at her, and couldn't believe how beautiful she looks. He puts down his glass on the counter. Jennifer comes down the stairs and walks towards Sebastian. Jennifer, hi. Sebastian walks up to her. Sebastian, under his breath hi. Jennifer throws her arms around his neck. They kiss French. Sebastian, you look marvelous. Jennifer, thanks. Jennifer kisses Sebastian. They kiss more intimately. Emily looks at them, little bit jealous, grabs her drink, and takes a sip. Sebastian and Jennifer part their lips. Jennifer, let's get out of here. It's late. Jennifer takes Sebastian's arm. They begin to walk toward the door. Sebastian, to Emily who happens to be looking at him bye. Emily, have fun. Jennifer, take care. Emily, bye. On the soundtrack, Italian music plays melodiously. Jennifer opens the door. EXT Jennifer and Emily's house, night. Sebastian and Jennifer exit. They come up to Sebastian's Mercedes convertible. Sebastian opens the door. However, right before Jennifer enters the car, Sebastian takes out a box from his jacket and gives her the box. Jennifer takes the box, and asks him what's it? Jennifer opens the box, revealing a beautiful diamond necklace. Sebastian takes the necklace from the box and places it around her neck. She throws her arms around his neck. They kiss French for long seconds till they are drunk as if their tongues and lips made with strawberries and whiskies. She tells him she loves him. He tells her he loves her too. They kiss more passionately. They part their lips. Jennifer gets in the passenger seat. Sebastian closes the door, comes around the car, opens the door, and gets behind the wheel. He starts the car. They drive away. EXT Sebastian's car, moving, night. Sebastian and Jennifer continue to drive in the street of Rome. Int. Bar and restaurant, night. It's a seductive 5 stars bar and restaurant. Jennifer and Sebastian sit at the table, enjoying glasses of wines. They are talking without a sound. Then the waitress comes to the table with their foods and place the meals in front of them, pasta ravioli for Sebastian and shrimp scampi with spinach for Jennifer. The waitress says enjoy your dinner and walks away. Sebastian and Jennifer grab their forks and knives and get ready to eat. The music on the soundtrack falls in the background and plays softly. Sebastian, referring to her food, what's that again? Jennifer, shrimp scampi with spinach. Sebastian, it looks delicious. Jennifer takes a shrimp with her hand and brings it to his mouth. Sebastian eats it. Sebastian, it's scrumptious. Jennifer, I told you so. Sebastian mixes his pasta with spoon and fork, rolls the pasta with his fork and brings it to Jennifer's mouth. She eats out of his fork. Sebastian waits till she swallows the food. He then. Sebastian, what do you think? Jennifer, it's yummy, but I have cooked for you better pasta raviolis than this. Try it and tell me if I'm wrong. Sebastian tries the pasta. Sebastian, it tastes like soup and bread. I prefer your ravioli anytime. Jennifer, I will take that as a compliment. He smiles softly. They continue to eat. He then. Sebastian, so, how is your cooking show? Jennifer, it's okay. We are doing it on the beach for Ferragosto. Assumption Day. Sebastian, what's Assumption Day? Jennifer, it's Italian holiday. To remember the Assumption of Virgin Mary. The day she entered heaven. Sebastian, I didn't know that. I thought it was just holiday that Christians in Italy celebrate to honor Virgin Mary like St. Patrick's Day. Jennifer, the Assumption of Mary is a major holiday around the world. It's like the resurrection of Christ. They take it seriously. Sebastian, smiles softly. I know it is a major holiday, but I heard some people say it was celebrated in the Roman Empire to pay respect to the goddess Diana. Jennifer, it's correct. But even though some might argue it was celebrated in the Roman Empire to credit the goddess Diana, the date has always been destined to honor the Assumption of Mary, the day her pure soul and sinless flesh enters heaven. Sebastian, under his breath, it makes a lot of sense. There is a silent moment. They continue to eat their meals. Sebastian munches his pasta ravioli. Jennifer has her shrimp scampi with glass of wine. She then. Jennifer, I'm planning to leave the show at the end of this month. I got an offer, a leading part in a major Italian-American movie. Sebastian, what major Italian-American movie? Jennifer, a movie called The Wife of the Archaeologist. Sebastian, what's it about? Jennifer, it's a story about an American girl who comes to Rome with her Italian boyfriend who is an archaeologist. She then meets a mysterious man. Then her boyfriend leaves to Ethiopia for a week to join his team who found the oldest fossil of hominid. The girl runs into the man again. They have an affair. Her husband returns to Rome with the fossil and tells the media they found the missing link between hominidae, great ape and Homo erectus, the first hominid that walks straight, which can prove the theory of evolution. However, everything is smokes and mirrors. There is a twist. On the soundtrack, music plays melodiously. She continues to tell him the plot without a sound. EXT Beach, night. Jennifer and Sebastian take a walk in the beach smiling and talking. They stop walking and stand lips to lips. They talk between soft kisses and kiss French. EXT movie set, day. We are in the set of The Wife of the Archaeologist. Jennifer and a good-looking man named Leonardo, 35, walk in a busy market area in Rome while talking. The director Matthew, 42, stands behind the camera and makes sure he gets the right shot. The film crew member, grips, extras move in the background. Then the music on the soundtrack falls in the background playing softly. Close up, Leonardo and Jennifer. Leonardo, where are you from? Jennifer, I am from New York. But I was born in Melbourne, Australia. My parent and I came to Los Angeles when I was only 4. We stayed there for a year. We then moved to New York City. Leonardo, what are you doing in Rome? Jennifer, I am with my fiancé. We came to Rome to get married. There is a silent moment. They continue to walk quietly. He then. Leonardo, what does he do, your fiancé? Jennifer, he is archaeologist. Jennifer and Leonardo come up to a cloth stand, open market where they sell clothes outside. Jennifer grabs a red veil, puts it around her head and turns her face toward Leonardo. Leonardo looks at her eyes and couldn't believe how beautiful she looks. Jennifer asks the clerk what the price is in Italy. The clerk tells her the price. Leonardo quickly takes out his wallet, pulls $100, gives the clerk the money, and tells him to keep the change, but Jennifer wants to pay for the veil herself. The director, Matthew, makes sure he gets everything. He then. Matthew, cut. To the film crew, let's all take 30 minutes lunch break. We'll get it done before sunset. Matthew walks up to Jennifer and Leonardo. Matthew, that's beautiful, but before I let you go, give me one quick take. I want to do a close-up while she is putting the veil around her head. It'll only take 5 minutes or less. Matthew gets behind his camera. Matthew, to the cinematographer Roger and his assistant director Jessica, I want you two to stay, the rest of you can go and have a great lunch. We will join you in about 10 minutes. The crew begins to move in the background. The makeup artist comes up to Jennifer and begins to fix her makeup as Matthew focuses on his camera. Matthew, to the makeup artist, she doesn't need a lot of makeup. She looks gorgeous. To Leonardo and Jennifer. You are not hungry? If you are, we can shoot it later. Leonardo, I am not that hungry. Jennifer doesn't say anything. Matthew, to Jennifer, you are quiet. Does that mean you are hungry? Jennifer, I'll wait till the cows come home. Art comes first before lunch. Matthew, that's the spirit. Matthew adjusts his camera. Jennifer and Leonardo get back to the cloth stand. Assistant director Jessica walks up to Jennifer and Leonardo and stands with a take board. Matthew, one last take. Go ahead, take the veil, and put the veil around your head, and look at the direction of the camera as if you were looking at his eyes. Jennifer collects her composure and gets in character. Leonardo stands next to her. Jessica, take 14. Matthew, action. Jennifer grabs the veil, puts it around her head and looks at the direction of the camera. On the soundtrack, music plays melodiously. We stay with them for a few seconds. Matthew then says cut. Jennifer and Leonardo come up to Matthew, and talk without a sound, looking at the preview on the screen. What good acting jobs they did. Int. Bar and restaurant, night. A romantic bar and restaurant at the heart of Rome. Sebastian sits at the table with a glass of wine while waiting for Jennifer. There are customers who are sitting at the table and enjoying their outings. Then. Jennifer enters, wearing a bewitching black dress, sees Sebastian, and walks toward him. Sebastian turns his eyes and looks at her. Jennifer comes up to Sebastian and sits on his lap. Sebastian, under his breath, hi. She throws her arms around his neck and kisses him French. Jennifer, I missed you. Sebastian, I missed you too. They kiss more intimately. On the soundtrack, music plays melodiously. EXT Beach, dawn. Jennifer lies in her back with her head resting on a pillow. Sebastian is next to her gazing down at her eyes. They are talking between soft kisses under the blanket. They are having beach sleeping over. They then see the sun as it rises and scatters across the ocean. She says something humorous. He says something romantic. She smiles in beauty. They kiss French. EXT movie set, day. We are back in the set of The Archaeologist's Wife. We see Leonardo and Jennifer walking in the Colosseum. Jennifer is wearing the veil around her head. Jennifer, referring to the veil: I haven't worn a veil in ages, this is the first veil I worn in years. Leonardo, according to history, it was only worn by noble women, and forbade prostitutes and common women from wearing it. Jennifer, that might not come as a surprise. They are a certain part of the world, which a veil is worn strictly for a religion purpose. Such as in some countries, a girl wears it to cover her face so, men can't be lured into sexual temptation. Leonardo smiles softly. There is a silent moment. They continue to walk looking around the Colosseum. He then. Leonardo, you said something about your fiancé being archaeologist. What about you? Are you an archaeologist as well? Jennifer, no, I graduated from USC with BA in history. Leonardo, my father taught history at University of Milan for 20 years. Then retired and became a dance instructor at the age of 60. She smiles softly. Jennifer, that is a smart career move, from history professor to dance instructor. Your father must be a free-spirited person. Leonardo, he is a very soulful man. They stand lips to lips. Leonardo, he once said, you can only learn one thing from the past, history. And history can only teach you the past. But if you want the future, you have to find a thing that would take your breath away, and live your life without looking back. They kiss. Int. Boat, White Party, Night. It's a big white party hosted by International Film Commonwealth to honor Marilyn Monroe and the premiere of The Archaeologist Wife. We see elites, creme de la creme, celebrities and models, who are dressed in white, enjoying the party. Jennifer, who looks like an angel of true love, and Sebastian, who looks like a saint, walks through the guests, talking while holding glasses of champagnes. Sebastian, you look like Marilyn Monroe. Jennifer, it's the same dress that Marilyn worn at the 7-year itch. Sebastian, it looks good on you. She smiles softly. Jennifer, I like Marilyn Monroe. But I wasn't really inspired by her, acting-wise. I mean, she died before I was born. I grew up watching Julia Roberta, Sharon Stone, and Demi Moore. They have the biggest impact in my life. The only golden era actress that I look up to is Vivian Leigh. She makes acting seems out-of-body experience. Sebastian, I love Vivian, but I can't get enough of Marilyn. She is timeless, like who can forget when her dress getting blown up above her waist by a passing train below in 7-year itch. She set a new standard for sex symbol. Jennifer, no doubt about it. She has a big impact in films, however, she was a tortured soul, limited by personal demons. Sebastian, I heard she was a good actress more than people have given credit for. Jennifer, American Film Institute placed her the 6th greatest film actress of all time. Sebastian, someday, you will pass her. Jennifer, maybe, I love acting more than life itself. But I also want to direct. You know, before I came to Rome, I wrote few plays. I started in a couple of student movies while I was still in college. Even though every person I run into tells me I'm gifted, all that, I don't believe we have control over things that we are passionate about, which control, for an actor, is a leap of fate as paradox as martyrdom for a saint. Sebastian, I don't know what that means, but you sound like Joan of the Arc. She smiles in beauty. They get closer and kiss French. EXT boat, screening. Jennifer and Sebastian come up to the far end of the boat where there is screening, 7-year itch starring Marilyn Monroe and Tom Ewell. There are few people sitting at bench and watching the movie. It's shown over and over in a huge screen. Sebastian and Jennifer climb the steps, sit in the last row, and begin to watch the movie. Jennifer, do you think Marilyn Monroe is sexy? Sebastian, she is breathtaking. Jennifer, if she were alive, I mean if she had died in her 60 like Audrey Hepburn or like Bette Davis in her 80, would she be as famous as she is now? Sebastian, she was a great actress like you said. Nobody can take her place in cinema. Unfortunately, she died tragically at the age of what, 30? Jennifer, 36. Sebastian, 36. She would have still been remembered as one of the greatest actresses of all time for movies that she would have made. And films that she had made like Niagara and Some Likes It Hot. There is a silent moment. They continue to watch the movie. On the big screen, we see the famous scene: Marilyn Monroe's dress getting blown up above her waist by a passing train below her. Jennifer, do you think she's more enticing than me? He smiles softly. Sebastian, I have never seen anything that's more enticing than you. She smiles softly, and gets closer. They kiss French. On the soundtrack, music plays melodiously. EXT boat, later. Sebastian, who is holding a glass of wine, talks with the host, a very attractive woman, Sharon Douglas, 47, and her daughter Ember, 22. Sebastian then turns his eyes, and looks at Jennifer, who is dancing with Leonardo. Jennifer looks at Sebastian. He salutes her with his drink. She gives him a soft, beautiful smile and continues to dance with Leonardo. EXT boat, later. Jennifer stands alone at the far end of the boat, holding a glass of wine. She is looking at the ocean, lost in thought. Then out of nowhere appears Sebastian at the deck, walks up to Jennifer and stands next to her. She looks at him and smiles in beauty. They talk without a sound. She then throws her arms around his neck. He wraps his arms around her waist. They talk between soft kisses and then kiss French. Int. Resort, bedroom, night. Sebastian and Jennifer make love. It's alluring, steamy, sensual, and passionate. We stay with them as they go at it with various sexual positions. EXT resort, bathtub, later. Sebastian and Jennifer sit in the bathtub. She is resting on his chest. He is behind, reciting, The Passionate Shepherd to His Love by Christopher Marlowe from memory. In the meantime, they are watching Cinema Paradiso on a projector. Sebastian, come live with me and be my love. And we will all the pleasures prove. That valleys, groves, hills, and fields, woods or steepy mountain yields. And we will sit upon the rocks, seeing the shepherds feed their flocks. By shallow rivers to whose falls melodious birds sing madrigals. And I will make thee beds of roses, and 1,000 fragrant posies, a cap of flowers, and a kirtle, embroidered all with leaves of myrtle, a gown made of the finest wool, which from our pretty lambs we pull, fair lined slippers for the cold, with buckles of the purest gold, a belt of straw and ivy buds, with coral clasps and amber studs. And if these pleasures may thee move, come live with me and be my love. The shepherd swains shall dance and sing for thy delight each May morning. If these delights thy mind may move, then live with me and be my love. He kisses her on the shoulder. There is a long pause. Jennifer, I think I am deeply, madly, and unconditionally falling in love with you. Sebastian, softly, are you sure? He kisses her on the shoulder. Jennifer, under her breath, I can feel it at the pit of my stomach. There is a silent moment. They watch Cinema Paradiso a little bit. She then. Jennifer, can I ask you a question? Sebastian, what is it? Jennifer, what are the 3 things you want out of life? Sebastian, truth, peace of mind, and love. Jennifer, what's love? Sebastian, Shakespeare once said, love's not time's fool, though rosy lips and cheeks. He kisses her on the cheek. Jennifer, do you have your own definition? Sebastian, do you? Jennifer, I ask you first. There is a pause. He then. Sebastian, love is something that you see with closed eyes, closes his eyes, and feel it at the bottom of your heart, like your beautiful face. It's a covenant that gives me joy, peace of mind and true love. He opens his eyes and kisses her on the shoulder. On the projector, we see the famous Cinema Paradiso kissing montage. Sebastian and Jennifer watch it quietly. He then. Sebastian, what's love to you? Jennifer, I don't know. Once Saint Augustine said love is a temporary madness. It erupts like an earthquake and then subsides. And when it subsides you have to make a decision. You have to work out whether your roots have become so entwined together that it is inconceivable that you should ever part. Because this is what love is. Love is not breathlessness, it is not excitement, it is not the promulgation of promises of eternal passion. That is just being in love, which any of us can convince ourselves we are. Love itself is what is left over when being in love has burned away, and this is both an art and a fortunate accident. Sebastian, that's one of the best definition of love. He kisses her on the shoulder. Jennifer, but I think love is a sudden turn of fate, like gazing through 2 mirrors. It's not infinite possibilities, it's not fathomable, however, portrait of your heart, the image that is in front of you, the person that you look at his eyes and see the reflection of your soul, the mind, the heart, and the spirit that is one, that's infinite, that's real. Sebastian is impressed by her answer. Sebastian, under his breath, that's deep. They kiss intimately. She then parts her lips. Jennifer, can I ask you a question? Sebastian, under his breath, what's it? Jennifer, what do you know about Sebastian Investment Securities? Sebastian is caught. But he acts cool. Sebastian, it's a fake investment company that I started with my friend. I am sorry for not telling you the truth. But that's how I made most of my fortune. I was working accountant for Revlon. He was a stock trader in Euronext Paris Stock Exchange. One day, I ran into him at a party. We talked about starting a fraudulent investment operation schema where people invest their money. And in return, they get back their own money. Or money that's paid by other investors without any product or service. But the economy began to collapse. Many investors started to withdraw their funds. My friend disappeared, taking all the remaining investment money. I got caught. The judge sentenced me 5 years in prison. I served 3 years. They released me for good behavior. I started from scratch. But forgive me. I lied to you. He kisses her on the shoulder. Jennifer, there is nothing to forgive. You did what you had to do. Besides, I love a man who takes a shortcut in life. He smiles softly. Sebastian, humorously, I only want to take a shortcut to your heart and be the part of your heartbeats. She smiles in beauty. They kiss intimately. Int. Hotel, bedroom, night. Jennifer is sleeping, then opens her eyes. She is alone. Sebastian is not with her. She gets up from the bed nude and walks toward the living room, the direction of the camera. Hotel, living room. Jennifer comes to the living room and looks for Sebastian. He's not there. Jennifer begins to panic, comes up to the bar, grabs a scotch, opens the top, and pours the liquor in a glass. Jennifer takes the drink, has a sip, and walks to the porch nude. EXT Hotel, porch, day. Jennifer stands next to the frame naked, takes a sip from her whiskey, and looks at the sea for long seconds. On the soundtrack, music plays melodiously. EXT movie set, beach, day. Jennifer is in the set of the seat standing in a wedding gown, making calls with her cell phone. The makeup artist, who is standing in front of her, tries to powder her cheeks while the costume designer buttoning up her gown behind. Jennifer gets no answer. She hangs up her cell phone and tells the makeup artist to leave her alone as the costume designer finishes buttoning up her gown. Jennifer's eyes are filled with tears. The director walks up to her and asks her if she is okay. Jennifer tells him she is okay. The director tells the crew he's ready to shoot and wants everybody to take their places. EXT Jennifer's convertible, moving, day. Jennifer, holding her cell phone next to her ear, drives in the middle of nowhere. She is waiting for answer, but there is none. Int. Jennifer's convertible, moving, day. Jennifer hangs up the phone and puts it on the passenger seat. She opens the glove box, takes out aspirin container, opens the container, and places 4 pills on her palm while driving. EXT Jennifer's convertible, moving, day. Jennifer's car drives off the lane. A 2008 Audi, carrying a couple, comes from the opposite side of the street, beeps its horn at Jennifer convertible. Jennifer gets her car back in the correct lane and continues to drive down the road. Jennifer then places the pills in her mouth and downs them with a Diet Coke. Jennifer grabs her phone and dials the same number. She waits for answer. There is no answer. EXT Rome, Harbor, Sunset. Jennifer comes driving and parks her car at the dock. Jennifer steps out of the car with her cell phone on her hand, comes up to the harbor, and looks for Sebastian's yacht. Precious. The yacht is not there. Jennifer makes a call. But there is no answer. EXT Club, night. We see people dancing like New Year Eve. Jennifer sits at the bar with a glass of scotch, takes out aspirin from her purse, opens the container, and places 3 tablets on her palm. She takes the pills and downs them with her scotch as if they were nuts. Jennifer puts the aspirin back in her purse, looks at the photo of herself and Sebastian that they took at the water fountain. Her eyes fill with tears. She closes her purse and puts it aside. Jennifer grabs her drink, takes a sip, and looks at a young man, who is sitting across the bar. He is checking her out. Jennifer thinks he looks familiar but ignores him. She turns her eyes and looks at the partygoers who continue to dance as if it were the birth of the devil. Jennifer takes another sip. The young man walks up to her. The young man, in Italy. Hi. Jennifer, leave me the fuck alone. The young man, you don't remember me. She looks at him. It's Paolo. She has seen him somewhere but doesn't remember where she saw him. Paolo, it's me. Paolo. We met a couple of years ago at Club Viva. Paolo looks a different person. Back then he has a curly hair. And he was skinny. Now, he has a ponytail, and he is built like a bodybuilder/model. Jennifer's memory fires every neuron in her brain and puts Paolo's face together in a heartbeat. Jennifer, Paolo. They hug and kiss on the cheeks. Jennifer, oh my god. You look different. Paolo, what's up? Jennifer, nothing much. Paolo, what are you doing here? Jennifer, just having good time. Paolo, humorously, I know that's why you ignored me. Jennifer, I didn't ignore you. I have seen your face somewhere but I couldn't remember anything. Paolo, it's not your fault. I have changed a lot. I went through what people refers to a total metamorphosis. Jennifer, what happened to your curly hair? Paolo, I let it grow and just tied it on the back, ponytail. Jennifer, you look buff too. Paolo, you have no idea spending 4 hours a day in the gym does to your body. Jennifer, tell me about it. Paolo, humorously, it's not really a secret. Being a model in Italy is a full-time job. They make you work on every muscle in your body. She smiles softly as if she got the joke. They seem to be getting along fine. Paolo, I was going to come and talk to you in case if you remembered me, but instead sat and watched you drinking those William Wallace, Lethal Weapons, and Mel Gibson, Scottish warriors like water and Passion of Christ. I then decided to wait for a bit. Jennifer, I'm under a lot of stress. Paolo, what stress? Jennifer, it's a fairy tale. Jennifer and Paolo looks at each other. There is a silent moment. On the soundtrack, a slow dance song comes. Paolo, you want to dance? Paolo gives her his hand. Jennifer, under her breath, sure. She takes his hand. They come up to the dance floor and begin to dance slow. Close up, Jennifer and Paolo. They get closer and kiss. Int. Paolo's condominium, living room/bedroom, night. Jennifer and Paolo make love. We stay with them for a bit. Int. Paolo's condominium, living room, night. Jennifer is sleeping on Paolo's chest nude. She then opens her eyes, gets up without a single drop of clothes, and walks up to the bathroom. Bathroom. Jennifer puts down the toilet seat, sits, and takes a leak. Jennifer gets up from the toilet and walks toward the living room. Living room. Jennifer comes up to the mirror and looks at her image. Then something in Jennifer's mind tells her to open the mirror drawer. Jennifer opens it and sees 9mm handgun. She looks at it for a few seconds, closes the drawer, turns around and walks toward the direction of the camera. Int. Move set, The Last Hitman, day. Jennifer is in the set of The Last Hitman, starring Fabio, in the lead role, and Jenny as his leading lady. It's set in the spellbinding backdrop of Piazza del Duomo, Milan. Fabio, 33, who is holding a silencer, and Jennifer, who is wearing a red Versace gown, walk down the street. We see the director Gianluca, 52, behind the camera moving along. Jennifer, why are they trying to kill you? Fabio, it's a long story. Jennifer, are you a hitman? Fabio, I work for the government of USA. Jennifer, what does that mean? Fabio, I don't go out and kill innocent people. I only kill terrorists and people who create clear and present danger against the government of United States of America and its constitutional right. Jennifer, how many people did you kill so far? Fabio, not a lot. 38 without counting those 2 guys I just shot. Fabio puts his gun back in his belt, touches his hip, and discovers that he is bleeding. Jennifer looks at the blood on his hand. Jennifer, you're bleeding. Fabio, I am okay. It's only a small cut. Jennifer stops in the middle of the street, takes out her underwear, and gives him the underwear. Jennifer, here. Hold this on it. Fabio takes her underwear and stops the bleeding with her underwear. Gianluca, cut, it's a wrap. The crew and the people in the background go their ways. Close up, Fabio and Jennifer. Fabio, referring to the underwear, can I keep it? Jennifer, you can have it. I am not a big fan of them anyway. Fabio, under his breath, I figured that. You are natural. There is a silent moment. Fabio, what are you up to? Jennifer, I don't know. I was thinking about going home and take a long bath. Fabio, do you want to go out and have a glass of wine? Jennifer, sure. They walk toward the camera. EXT Kaiser Cafe and Restaurant, night. Fabio and Jennifer sit at a classic cafe and restaurant, drinking glasses of wine while conversing. Fabio, we had been married for 5 years. She was my college sweetheart. I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with her. But she accused me sleeping with this young actress named Kate Jones after she watched the explicit love scene we did in Passion. I told her there was nothing between Kate and me. But she didn't believe me. She filed for a divorce, got full custody of the children, saying I was never there for them to begin with, took half of my money, plus child support, and walked out of my life as if I married a ghost. Jennifer, that's sad. Fabio, it's okay. Gazing at her eyes softly. Life doesn't always turn out the way you plan. But once Paulo Coelho said, when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. Jennifer, I hear you. There is a silent moment. Fabio, so, what about you, are you seeing anyone? Jennifer, not really. Fabio looks at her eyes as if he were saying, what is your story? Jennifer, I met a con artist whom I thought he was super romantic. I fell in love with him at sight. We did everything that a girl and a man, who are in love, do when they can't get enough each other. I then found out what he was up to, and asked him about his business. The next day, he walked out my life like a thin cloud on a blue sky and disappeared from my life. There is a silent moment. Jennifer's eyes are filled with tears. She is sad. However, her sadness makes her painfully seductive. Fabio, humorously, do you miss him? She blinks her eyes. Tears escapes from eyes in a heartbeat and falls by her cheeks. She dries her tears with her blouse. Jennifer, I keep telling myself you are as sick as you admit. I don't know what it means. But there is not a single day that has passed without thinking about him. Love is a disease that has no cure. Fabio says nothing. On the soundtrack, music plays melodiously. Montage. We would see Fabio and Jennifer visiting interesting part of Milan, enjoying each other's company, having fun here and there, shooting The Last Hitman in several locations, and other things. 1. Jennifer and Fabio walk in the street of Milan. 2. They visit Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II. 3. Jennifer and Fabio shop at Dolce & Gabbana in Via della Spiga. Jennifer tries a pair of classy black Dolce & Gabbana shoes. The assistance comes with the same brand shoes, except they are red. Jennifer takes the shoes, puts them on, and shows Fabio her shoes. Fabio likes her taste. She takes off the shoes and gives the assistants the shoes. She tells him she wants to purchase them. The help takes the shoes and places them in the box and goes in the storage room to get a new one. Jennifer and Fabio talk without a sound, and then kiss. Yet, Jennifer's eyes are filled with tears. She can't help but cry. Tears falls by her cheeks. She tries to play it cool but tells him she is not ready, miss Sebastian very much, and begins to cry on Fabio's shoulder. He cuddles her dearly and tells her everything is going to be alright. 4. Jennifer and Fabio take a walk in the street of Via della Spiga, holding shopping bags, talking without a sound. 5. Jennifer and Fabio watch football AC Milan vs Inter Milan in middle of thousands AC Milan's fans at San Siro Stadium. 6. Jennifer and Fabio sit at the Cathedral of Milan, conversing. 7. Movie set The Last Hitman. Jennifer and Fabio kiss in the beautiful backdrop of Sempion Park. Our camera pulls out revealing Gianluca, the director, who is standing behind the camera. Int. Jennifer's house, living room, day. It's Jennifer's birthday party. A small party is in progress. We see people, elites, cream of the crops, models, actors, and friends, mingling and enjoying the party with glasses of champagnes and refreshment. Paolo is present. He is standing next to the window with a glass of champagne with a beautiful model. Emily is talking to a good-looking man named Riccardo, 29, next to the staircase. Emily, I told you it's over. There is nothing between me and you. We have to move on. Ricardo, in Italy you haven't given me one compelling reason why you are breaking up with me. Emily, if people have to give reasons for every time they break up, they would have been together for the rest of their lives. Ricardo, what's wrong with that? Emily, I don't want to spend the rest of my life with someone that I see as a friend, but not emotionally connected with. I don't want to miss out what fate has in store for me. I believe in passion that is red. Passion that God felt at the creation. And Adam and Eve discovered at the Garden of Eden when they eat the forbidden fruit, and after they found out they were naked. The crucifixion of Christ. Passion that Mark Antonio and Cleopatra got the glimpse of it. Passion Romeo and Juliet never understood. Passion that Bonnie and Clyde stole. Passion that melts the ice in Neptune, and the fire in hell can't quench, a heart that grows wings and beats like a hummingbird, which flaps its wings up to 70 times per second, its heart rate reaches 1,260 beats per minute, and a soul that sweat like roses in the morning and bleeds like a flesh. Does that sound compelling? Ricardo says nothing. There is a silent moment. They gaze at each other's eyes silently. He then. Ricardo, you're seeing someone. Is that it? Emily, in Italy no, I am not seeing anybody. But I have to go and help Jennifer in the kitchen. When Emily tries to walk away, Ricardo holds her hand. Ricardo, in Italy we are still friends, aren't we? Emily, yes. We will always be friends. Ricardo, in Italy okay. Give me one last kiss. Emily, in Italy I don't kiss a man that I don't date. Ricardo, we have dated for 6 months. That doesn't mean anything to you. Emily, it means everything when we were together. But now, it's over. We have to move on with our lives and enjoy our freedom. Ricardo, in Italy okay, just give me a kiss on the cheek. Farewell. He points at his cheek. Emily gets closer. When she is about to kiss his cheek, he turns his face, holds her arms firmly and kisses her on the lips passionately. She fights him off. Emily, get off me. Ricardo, in Italy is that passionate enough? Emily, son of bitch. She hits him on the arm. Ricardo, defending himself, in Italy what did I do? I thought you were saying something about passion and how God felt at the creation, and the crucifixion of Christ. Well, you got it, sweetheart. Emily, in Italy I shouldn't have trusted you. Asshole. She turns around and walks toward the kitchen. Ricardo, in Italy we did it a million times. Why do you act like a little girl? Emily ignores him and continues to walk toward the kitchen. Int. Kitchen, night. Emily enters. We see Jennifer standing in the porch through the kitchen glass doors. She is in the middle of making phone calls while smoking a cigarette. EXT Jennifer's house, kitchen, porch, night. Jennifer makes a call without a success. She hangs up her phone, takes a long drag and exhales out the smoke. She tries again. No answer. Her eyes fill with tears. She hangs up the phone, crashes her cigarette, and throws it away as tears falls by her cheeks. She dries her tears and walks to the kitchen. Int. Jennifer's house, kitchen, night. Emily is placing candles on Jennifer's birthday cake. It's big, looks like a wedding cake. She looks at Jennifer who seems too young to be sad. Emily, are you okay? Jennifer, I am fine. Emily doesn't want to ask her another question. She knows what Jennifer is going through. Jennifer, I need some caffeine. Jennifer opens the refrigerator, and looks for Coke. She sees a can of Diet Cherry Coke. Jennifer, under her breath Diet fucking Cherry Coke. The story of my life. Jennifer grabs it, opens the top, and drinks straight out of the can. Jennifer then looks at her birthday cake as Emily continues to place candles on the cake. Jennifer, when you were a kid, you didn't think about the day you were going to die, or how you might die. You fell in the mud. You got up and ran. You lived your life to the fullest, despite the fact everything is against you. But as you get mature, your heart filled with pain and sadness. You have no idea why you are on earth. Life is cold, packed with pain and unhappiness. Death seems rebirth. Emily says nothing. Jennifer places her fingers on the cream, eats it, blows up the candles. Then all of a sudden, she is filled with rage and crashes the cake on the floor in psychosis. Jennifer, tell everybody to leave. Emily, under her breath it's okay. Jennifer, the party is over. I don't want to see anyone. Tell them to get the fuck out of my house. Emily says nothing. Jennifer, I will tell them myself. Jennifer come to the living room. The guests are having good time, mingling while sipping all kinds of alcoholic beverages, enjoying refreshment, dancing, making out with kisses, etc. Jennifer stops the music. Jennifer, loudly ladies and gentlemen, get the fuck out of my house. I don't want to see a single person in this house. The party is over. Finito. They all look at her in confusion. Jennifer, please leave my fucking house. Thank you for coming. But I wanted to be left alone. I am not feeling good. Just grab your stuffs, take the gifts that you brought, and hit the fucking road. Everybody begins to leave, saying she lost it. Paolo approaches her. Paolo, what's wrong? Jennifer, shouting just get the fuck out of my sight. I don't want to speak to you. I don't know you. Who the fuck are you? Leave my fucking house now? To the guests, all of you, just hurry up and exit, get the fuck out of here. The party is over. Otherwise, I swear to God I would set the house on fire. We all would burn to death. Paolo, you are making a big mistake. Jennifer, shouting, why are you still doing here? She grabs a wine bottle and crashes it against the wall. It explodes like the blood in her heart. It gets Paolo's attention. He just turns around and walks toward the exit. Jennifer, shouting to all, get the fuck out of my house. I don't want to see anyone. Just leave me alone. Int. Kitchen, night. Emily sits on the corner and closes her ears with her index fingers. Int. Living room, night. Jennifer then plays You Too With and Without You loud and begins to dance, touching her body in sensuality as the guests continue to leave, thinking she is gone mad. Jennifer, nicely, you don't have to go home but you can't stay here. Jennifer continues to dance while singing With and Without You with Bono, lost deep in her heart. All the guest exits the house. Then Route 94, My Love featuring Jess Glynne plays on the stereo. Jennifer begins to remove her clothes one by one like a stripper while dancing in sensuality. She gets completely nude, continues to dance, moving her body in eroticism. It feels like My Love is written for her. We can't help but fall in love with her, despite the fact early outburst. We see two completely Jennifer. Who is afraid of Virginia Woolf Jennifer, and a desire named Jenny that we have never seen in our lives. She gets us by our hearts to last beat, dancing in sexuality as if she were pulsation of life that God's created in the garden of love, tenderness, passion, and craving. She lost deep in her heart with longing, feeling her body in seduction, caressing her belly alluringly in temptation, and touching her vagina in yearning, etc. Jennifer grabs a bottle of whiskey from a table, takes a sip, sits on the sofa, pour it on her breasts, and rubs her tits as My Love continues to play. She then pours the whiskey on her vagina, and begins to stimulate her clitoris dynamically, like nymphomaniac. She drops the bottle as she reaches climax. Jennifer takes a deep breath and closes her eyes. On the soundtrack, I Wish You Were Mine by Philip George play. EXT nightclub, night. Jennifer dances in the middle of hundreds of partygoers. A young man named Nicholas and a beautiful girl named Elizabeth are dancing next to Jennifer. It seems Elizabeth knows Jennifer. She is sort of a star. Elizabeth whispers something by Nicholas. He looks at her. Jennifer catches his eyes and gives him soft alluring smile. Both Nicholas and Elizabeth approach Jennifer and begins to dance with her. Nicholas is behind, grinding his groin on her butt while feeling her breasts. Elizabeth dances near her lips. Jennifer and Elizabeth kiss French. Nicholas takes out ecstasy from his pocket, places it in his mouth, pulls Jennifer's hair, caresses her neck, she turns around and faces him, he kisses her lips, and passes the ecstasy into her mouth with his tongue as they kiss French. They make out with kisses three-way. Nicholas then gets behind Jennifer, collects her miniskirt, she is not wearing underwear, he begins to finger her as she makes out with Elizabeth with kisses. Int. Jennifer's house, night. Jennifer, Elizabeth, and Nicholas have hot threesome while doing cocaine. Nicholas does a line of cocaine from Jennifer's vagina and gives her oral pleasure as she makes out with Elizabeth with French kiss. Nicholas gets between Jennifer's legs and enters her sweetly. Elizabeth lights weed, lies next to Jennifer, and smokes with style. She then leans next to Jennifer and gives her a shotgun as Nicholas enters her. Jennifer breathes out the smoke seductively. Cut to. Jennifer does a line of cocaine from Elizabeth's belly, caresses her breasts, and kisses her with tongue. Jennifer and Elizabeth kiss French. Nicholas sits on the sofa and watches them while smoking weed. We stay with them for a bit. On the soundtrack, Let Me Love You by DJ Snake featuring Justin Bieber plays melodiously. Int. Jennifer's convertible, moving, night. Jennifer drives in the street of Rome while singing with Let Me Love You with Justin Bieber, which is also playing on her cell phone, listening the song on her headphone. There is a slow-moving traffic. Jennifer removes her underwear and throws it out of the car as she continues to sing. She removes her blouse and throws it out of the car. She is not wearing bra, her breasts dangle on her chest faultlessly. She then removes her miniskirt, throws it out of the car, and begins to drive nude while singing. People looks at her weird. Young people shout to get her attention. They like what they are seeing. Jennifer smiles to herself, ignores them, and continues to drive naked. Then the traffic stops moving. Jennifer lights a cigarette and waits in her car, smoking. Then on the soundtrack, I Knew You Were Trouble by Taylor Swift plays. It also plays on Jennifer's cell phone. She does the monologue thing and begins to sing with Taylor Swift while smoking. The traffic is not moving. Jennifer opens the door, gets out of the car, and begins to walk in the middle of the street nude, between cars, moving her body in sensuality while singing I Knew You Were Trouble by Taylor Swift. She has the cigarette on her fingers. Everybody looks at in awe. Some people take out their cell phone and record her. She doesn't feel slight bit of shame, continues to sing naked unapologetically like Madonna. Then come an Italian police officer riding motorcycle in the middle of the lanes to arrest her. However, the camera does pan to Jennifer as she continues to sing I Knew You Were Trouble and dance nude while smoking cigarette with style. We stay with her. Note, we don't see the police officer arresting her. Int. Mental institution, day. Jennifer sits on a sofa watching Forrest Gump with bunch of mental patients, male and female. Most of them are young, around her age. They are looking at her out of curiosity. It's hard to tell if they are mental patients by looking. They seem harmless, sad, scared, and lost souls. Then one of the girls starts screaming, talking to herself, leave me alone. What do you want from me? This is my life, and hits her own head violently. The superintendent and 2 guards quickly rush the patient and holds her arms. The main nurse comes with tranquilizer and injects her in the arm. She gets quiet. The superintendents take her away. The patients get scared. Jennifer seems worried. Yet, one patient seems unaffected. He is checking Jennifer out. She catches his eyes. He gives her a big smile. She returns his smile politely and turns attention back to the movie. In the meantime, on the soundtrack music plays melodiously. Then Dr. Robert, 47, calls her name. Jennifer gets up from the sofa and walks up to him. He tells her to come with him. They head to his office. Int. Mental institution, Robert's office, day. Jennifer sits at Robert's desk. Robert asks her few questions, while taking notes. Jennifer, I had nervous breakdown, not a big deal. People go through that shit occasionally. I am fine. I swear to God. There is nothing wrong with me. I am aware of my action. I don't belong in this nut house. I meant mental institution. How can I be crazy if I know what I am doing? Robert, you were walking in the street nude, assaulted a police officer, resisting arrest, and were screaming you were burning inside. Jennifer, I meant hot. He looks at her as if he were asking her if that is normal. Jennifer, come on doc. It's part of acting. I was preparing for a role, get lost in method acting. Is that a crime? Robert, do you hear voices in your head? Jennifer, no. Robert, is there history of mental illness in your family? Jennifer, not that I am aware of it. Maybe, my Uncle George. They say he is paranoid schizophrenia. They thought he talked to himself like a lunatic, but he is a stage actor. He does that to get in characters. He memorizes a play and creates imagery characters and speak to them as if they were real. He does it everywhere, in the bus, at social gathering, restaurants, in the street, bars, parks, what have you. Sometimes, he does it to see the expression of people's faces changing, how they going to react, and to get a kick out of the experience. I guess acting runs in the family. Robert, do you take any depression pills? Jennifer, is that a trick question? Robert, just answer, yes or no. Jennifer, I started taking Prozac recently. It's antidepressant, prescribed by a doctor. Robert, how many pills do you take a day? Jennifer, I take it exactly as prescribed, 2 a day after meal. Robert, I am trying to help you, just tell me the truth. It's confidential. Prozac has serious side effects. It includes serotonin syndrome, mania, seizures, an increased risk of suicidal behavior in people under 25 years old, and an increased risk of bleeding. Jennifer, sometimes, I took 3 or 4, when I get depressed, but make sure I balanced it. Like if I take 3 in 24 hours. I only take 1 next 24 hours. He takes notes. Robert, what about do you take illegal substances, drugs? Jennifer, no. Never touch them. Robert, the police found marijuana in your purse. Jennifer, marijuana is not a legal substance. Robert, you could go to prison up to 3 years. Jennifer, people smoke it in Amsterdam at regular basis. Robert, this is not Amsterdam. It's Rome, Italy. They could have put you in prison. Instead they brought you here, because of your behavior. Jennifer, though police are not allowed to search your belonging without a search warrant. What are they doing in snooping in my purse? Robert, they were looking at contact information, friends, relatives, or family. Jennifer, still they shouldn't have touched my stuff without a warrant. It's against the law. Robert, where are your parents? Jennifer, they are in America. Robert, do you know their phone number? Jennifer, wait. 555 fuck. I forget. My boyfriend is Fabio. He is an actor. Everybody knows him. Just call him and tell him I am locked in a mental institution. He will clarify this confusion. Robert, what is his phone number? Jennifer, 532, fuck. I swear my brain is playing trick on me. All of a sudden, I forget all phone numbers, except my real boyfriend Sebastian. 345 to 783, 5321. But don't bother calling him. He doesn't pick up the phone. He completely shut me down. Robert, does he have anything to do with you acting out of ordinary? Jennifer, what do you mean out of ordinary? Robert, abnormal. Jennifer, why don't you just say crazy? Robert, we prefer to use a scientific or polite term. Jennifer, first, I am not crazy. I just had a temporary mental breakdown. I have already collected my thoughts. I am fine. You know, how could someone walk out of your life without telling you anything, and abandoned you like a street cat that he found at his doorstep? Maybe, I act irrational. My heart couldn't take the pain anymore. Her eyes fill with tears. I dream about him every night. He is with me, kissing my lips. It feels real. Tears falls by her cheeks. But when I wake up in the morning he is not with me. I am alone. I can't live without him. I missed him so much. You know, it is not like we had a fight. He is the most romantic man I have ever met in my life. I found out that he was involved in some kind of stock market fraud, and asked him about it. He told me the truth. I didn't care. It's not like he murdered someone. Even he did, I was willing to keep his secret in my heart till passion do us part. Instead, he decided to walk out of my life, disappear the face of the earth. You know, I was going to hire a private detective, and tell him to find him whatever he is hiding, but I thought it would be insanity. Perhaps, it sounds blasphemy, but acting abnormal is not as crazy as falling head over heels in love with a messiah. I might as well say the light, the truth, and the way. We just do what our hearts tell us to do, when our souls abandoned us in the darkness. Robert says nothing. He looks at her eyes with tenderness. On the soundtrack, music plays softly. He is not sure if she is sane, or crazy. He studies her eyes carefully and continues to ask her few more questions without a sound. Int. Mental institution, day. Jennifer and Fabian exit from the mental institution holding arms. And walk down the sidewalk. EXT parking lot, day. Jennifer and Fabian come to Fabian's 2017 Porsche Boxster convertible. Fabian opens the passenger's door for Jennifer. She gets in the car. Fabian closes the door, walks around the automobile, gets behind the wheel, and starts the vehicle. They move down the parking lot, gets on the main street, and drive away. Int. Fabian's Porsche convertible, moving, day. Fabian and Jennifer continue to drive. Close up, Jennifer. She is lost in thought. Fade to black. Sometime later. Fade in. Int. Opera house, night. Jennifer and Fabio sit in the opera box. They are watching Don Giovanni by Mozart Wolfgang Amadeus. We stay with Jennifer, Fabio, and Don Giovanni for a bit. Jennifer then. Jennifer, I want you to take me back to my house. Fabio, we just got here like 15 minutes ago. We'll leave after this act. Jennifer, how many acts do we have to watch? Fabio, it says there are a total of 2 acts. This is the first act. We'll go after this. Jennifer, I don't know if I can wait another minute. I have a big headache. I want to go home now. Fabio, okay. They get up, and begin to leave. EXT Opera House, day. Jennifer and Fabio exit. Jennifer, I am sorry. When I get hungry, I get headache. It must be the blood sugar in my heart. I couldn't breathe. Simultaneously, Fabio's cell phone rings. He takes out his cell phone and looks at it. Who is calling? Fabio, it's my daughter. Let me talk to her for a minute. Fabio answers the phone. Fabio, on the phone. Hi, sweetheart, what's it? Pause, listening. Jennifer moves aside to give him privacy. Then. Jennifer sees Sebastian and Emily exiting a restaurant located across the opera house. Across the street. Sebastian and Emily are about to get into Sebastian's car. Close up, Jennifer. She doesn't believe what she's looking at, as if Satan came out of hell, opened her chest, took out her heart, and dropped it in the habitation of fallen angels. And all that Sebastian, the Prince of Darkness himself. Across the street. Sebastian opens the door for Emily. She gets in the passenger seat. Sebastian closes the door, comes around the convertible, gives the valet man €100, opens the door, and gets behind the wheel. Jennifer continues to watch them. Sebastian and Emily get closer and kiss. Sebastian starts the car. Sebastian and Emily drive away. Jennifer stands speechless. Fabio hangs up the phone and walks up to her. Fabio, what's it? Jennifer, it's nothing. Fabio, you look like you just saw a ghost. Jennifer, I thought I saw someone I knew. But it is nothing. You can go back and finish the show. I'll take a taxi home. I am tired. Fabio, it's okay. I'll drive you home. I am not a big fan of opera, just brought you. I thought you might like it. They resume walking. On the soundtrack, music plays melodiously. Int. Sebastian's yacht, night. Sebastian is at the kitchen preparing dinner, Italian cuisine, cotoletta with pineapple. Then. Emily comes out from the shower room with a towel wrapped around her body and walks up to the kitchen. Emily, what are you cooking? Sebastian, cotoletta with pineapple. They kiss French. Sebastian, have a seat. It's done. Emily sits at the dinner table. Sebastian places the cotoletta on the plate. He grabs the plate, comes up to the table, and puts it in front of Emily. Sebastian then takes the wine bottle from the table, opens the top, and pours it in the glass for Emily. Sebastian, enjoy. Emily takes the knife and the fork. She cuts the cotoletta with her knife, takes the piece, places it in her mouth, and downs it with the wine. Emily, it's delicious. Gets up from her chair, but I am not in the mood for, what's it again? She walks around the table and sits on his lap. Sebastian, cotoletta. Emily, imitating Samuel Jackson in Pulp Fiction, cotoletta. He smiles softly. They exchange soft kisses. Emily, does it start with K or C? Sebastian, C. Emily, I am not in the mood for anything that starts with C. I am in the mood for die-hard sex. They kiss French. On the soundtrack, Italian music plays melodiously. Sebastian and Emily kiss more intimately. He then picks her up and takes her to the bed. Emily and Sebastian fall on the bed. They kiss more passionately, remove their clothes, and begin to make love. EXT Rome Harbor, Sebastian's boat, night. Mercedes convertible. Jennifer comes driving and parks her car in front of Sebastian's boat. Jennifer remains in her car for a while. Int. Sebastian's boat, night. Emily and Sebastian continue to make love. It's seductive, alluring, steamy, and passionate. Ext Rome Harbor, Jennifer's convertible, night. Jennifer opens her compact glove, revealing 9mm handgun. She takes the gun, gets out of the car, and walks up to Sebastian's boat. Int. Sebastian's boat, night. Emily and Sebastian continue to make love. Ext Rome Harbor, Sebastian's boat, night. Jennifer enters the boat. We stay outside, then hear 6 shots, the boat windows light up with each gunshot. Ext Rome Harbor, Sebastian's boat, night. Jennifer exits soaked in blood. She drops the gun in the water, and walks up to her car. Int. Jennifer's convertible, night. Jennifer gets behind the wheel, starts the car, and drives away. Flashback. Int. Ballet theater, night. Sebastian sits in the middle of the theater and watches Emily, who is performing ballet in The Princess of Psytopia. It's set in an exotic planet. It's very energetic ballet. Emily is the leading act. David is male leading act, play as Mark, who travels to Psytopia in search of rich and fortune with spaceship, and falls in love with the Princess Psytopia, Serena, played by Emily. A medium shot of Emily and David as they continue to dance. They dance synchronized. Close up, Sebastian. He continues to watch Emily in wonder. Close up, Emily and David. Emily and David dance in coordination. We stay with them for a bit. Int. Restaurant, night. Sebastian and Emily sit at table with glasses of wines. On the soundtrack, we continue to hear the same music form the ballet. There is a silent moment. Sebastian then produces a small box on his hand, opens it, revealing 24-carat diamond ring, goes down with one knee, and asks her to marry him. She accepts his proposal. Sebastian places the ring in her middle finger. Emily puts her arms around him and kisses him French. Close up, Sebastian and Emily. They kiss more intimately. Ext restaurant, night. Sebastian and Emily exit. The valet comes driving Sebastian's Mercedes convertible and stops next to them. Sebastian opens the door for Emily. She gets in the passenger seat. Sebastian closes the door, comes around the car, gives the valet €100, and gets behind the wheel. Sebastian and Emily get closer and kiss. Sebastian then starts the car and drives away. Across the street, Jennifer watches them in shock. Ext/int. Sebastian's Mercedes convertible, moving, night. Medium shot of Sebastian and Emily. They talk without a sound. Emily then unbuckles her seatbelt, comes up to Sebastian and begins to kiss his earlobe, his cheeks, his nose. Emily sits on his lap and kisses his lips. Sebastian kisses her while driving. It's one of the sexiest shots in cinema history. A medium shot of Mercedes convertible with Emily and Sebastian who continue to kiss, driving in the street of Rome. Int. Sebastian's boat, sunrise. Sebastian and Emily lie on the bed in each other's arms, shot multiple times while cuddling. They are not dead. They are still breathing, gaze each other's eyes. There are bloods on their mouth. Emily tells him I love you. He collects all his strength, leans next to her, tells her I love you too, and kisses her lips. She puts her arms around him and kisses him while bleeding. Sebastian and Emily take their last breaths with French kiss. Int. Mental institution, main room, day. Jennifer sits on the table and play chess with Dr. Robert. They are alone. He moves his queen and places it in front of her king. Robert, checkmate. Jennifer smiles at him seductively and gets lost in a fantasy. Flashback. Int. Sebastian's boat, bedroom, sunrise. Sebastian and Emily lie on the bed lifeless. Jennifer returns to the bedroom. She looks at Sebastian. She then removes her clothes nude, pulls the blanket that is stained with blood, drops it on the floor, gets on top of Sebastian, and tells him she loves him and kisses him passionately. Amazingly, Sebastian is alive. Jennifer places his penis in her vagina with her hand and begins to ride him in madness. Emily is lying next to Sebastian breathless. Jennifer, who is covered with blood, looks at Emily. It reminds her the first night they had threesome. The background changes to love scene, threesome that we saw previously. Jennifer continues to ride Sebastian seductively cowgirl style. However, this time, it's fantasy. He is alive and kicking. Emily is not dead either. She is just sleeping. Note, we might see some of the best times that Sebastian and Jennifer spent with series cuts. Jennifer then begins to ride Sebastian fanatically, making all kinds of sexual sounds. Jennifer reaches climax and lies on Sebastian's chest with exhaustion. She tells him I love you so much. He tells her I love you so much too. They kiss French intimately. The end.